All right, guys and girls, welcome back to Anything is Possible. We're going to be on the ice today. We got hot weather coming, so we're only going to put a couple hours in, see how the ice manages today. We're going to stick on the thicker ice, and we're going to do some jigging. We're not going to set the whole tent up. We're going to keep everything to a minimum. And yeah, we're going to do some jigging and see if we can get on something on the thick part of the ice. If not, we'll get the heck out of here. I skunked yesterday, so it ain't no big deal. Let's get rolling. Will, welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. The ice is not great. Rally car guy, hold on. For some reason, my stuff's all jacked up today. I have no idea why. Here we go. What could have happened? What could have happened? Rally car, thank you for the gifts there. The happy poop and the 100. Appreciate it. Let's load the sled up. We got some super worms I really want to try out. I still have red worms. I got butter worms. I got some of those minnows as well, the little gold ones. So we'll go out there and see what we can do. Star, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Just getting out on the ice right now. I just did a few test holes. I mean, it's just barely thick enough again, right on the edge, but we're gonna go for it. Be safe, make good choices. I always do. Safety's my middle name. All right, let's go. Get you guys up like this, get the sled down. I'm not sure if I'm gonna pull the sled out. I'll probably keep it on the side unless we find fish, and then if we find a good pod, I'll pull the sled out because I got the chair in there. But if I go swimming, I really don't want to lose a couple $100 in gear. Okay. The thinnest ice seems to be right here on the edge. It's better the further out you go. So, I'm going to move this thing over here. We'll get some tip-ups out there. Let's see. We got a bucket. 28 awesome people in here. Welcome in. Alice, good to see you. Ron the mechanic, what the heck, man? There's a blast from the past. What's going on, brother? Welcome in, welcome in. All the ice, I didn't think we'd see some of this stuff till spring, but we got a bit of a thaw going on here. We're gonna make the best of it. Let's get out there. We're gonna do a lot of jigging today, but we do have a couple rods that I'm gonna put with some of these minnows on. Like that. Now we're gonna need, what I'm gonna do is put the minnows right in there to weigh that down. Let's go find a spot for this. Not cold enough, Michael Clark. It's hovered around the freezing mark. Backflip, you should have been here yesterday. I did a backflip yesterday. Go back in yesterday's live. You'll see the timestamp. If you guys want to see something crazy, go back to yesterday's live. It's time-stamped in there. If you did what I did yesterday, would you be out here today? All right, let's put a lure over here. Let's put the live bait over here. Yeah, I mean, if what happened yesterday scares you, you definitely should not be on the ice. It's that simple. You have to be prepared for that stuff. It's going to happen to you. It's not the first time I've gone through. It won't be the last time. All right, we're going load this thing up with maybe 3 of these little rosy reds from Petco. And see if we can get a pickerel or a largemouth bass right here. Appreciate you guys coming in. Hope you're all having a great day. We're fishing in Pennsylvania, so it's been one weird winter. One of the coldest winters on record. And still the ice sucks because we've had like 4 days above freezing, and those days have been like 60 and rain. It's just been a disaster for ice fishing. Just woke up. It's never the last time until it's the last time. That's right, Tommy. That's right. Yeah, it's not something you want to do too often, that's for sure. That's for sure. You know, it only takes you to hit your head or something like that. You know, if everything goes right, it's a piece of cake. You know, you train for it, you pop right out. But I'm 50, man. You hit your head wrong and you're a sitting duck out there. Especially when you're alone. You shouldn't ice fish alone unless you got really good life insurance. No, I'm just I shouldn't say that. All right, here we go. Okay. We're going to get this dude just off the bottom like this, and we're going to put a bell on it, and we're going to keep rolling. This thing might get slammed in the process, we hope. But we're going to drill another hole out this way for jigging. Muddy Waters, what's going on? Hey, Orp, what's going on, brother? My Hamuli, welcome in. How you doing? Yeah, I'll tell you, the ice looks a lot nicer from up here. Look at yesterday's thumbnail, guys. That's a picture. That's a picture that my phone took as I was going through the ice. And I'll tell you what, the ice yesterday, when I went through, there was a gap. So you had the ice, and then you had an air pocket about this thick. You can see the water dripping. So that's something, you know, you take these courses or you read a thing on what to do if you fall through the ice. I don't hear a lot of people talk about the air gap between the ice and the water. That sometimes happens. You can be as safe as you want, but that's going to happen sometimes. What are you going to do about that one? Ghana, welcome in, Jonathan. North Storm, Dirty Strawberry, Pennsylvania, Deanna. We're going to drill a hole. It's going to get rocky. If you got Dramamine, use them if you got them. Yeah, see, that's crap ice right there. Let's try over here. Slush and air pockets is what we're dealing with. We're through. Sorry for bouncing you around. I want to get fishing. We're going to warm up. If I go get the tripod, put you on there, it's going to be all day fair, you know. I want to get some fish for y'all. Poker Slayer, Louise, Antonio, welcome in. I'm on my school bus. All right, Deanna, have a good day at school. Paris, welcome in, Savage. My kids are on their school bus. I got a 14 and a 12-year-old heading to school right now. I do have all the safety equipment. I am prepared if I go through. Y'all should too. If you're going to get out on the ice. Remember, don't matter how thick it is. No ice is safe ice. Got to be prepared to go through. Does this hurt the ice? No, it's like a massage. What do they call that? Trigger point. It relieves the tension. Hoopinator! Nate! Maybe you should be doing 300 push-ups today. Dude, I did one hard push-up yesterday. Trust me, Zyro. When I need to do the push-up, I'll do it on ice. I did a freaking chin-up yesterday. I'm good for a week. I felt good when I got home, but I'll tell you, I'm definitely feeling it. I got a nice bruise on my head. I used my head to leverage myself out of the hole. Got a little scratches and bruise up on the temple. My wife's like, you hit the ice? I'm like, I used my head to get out. Like I kind of like barrel rolled out of the ice. All right. right, this is where it's real sketchy here. It's super thin on the side. Okay, pop up here, grab some more rods. I think we'll just start jigging. We got the... We'll start jigging. I could take a tip up. Maybe do another tip up. Load another tip up out there, and then we'll jig the other holes. Let's grab some worms. Let's see. What do we want to do? Precious butter worms. Yeah, let's do butter worms again. Okay. I could, here. Let's get all this crap out since our bucket is thawing, as you see. Let's get all this stuff out of here. I can sit on this bucket. Off we go. Let's dig a couple holes, see if we can get some sunfish to bite here today. And bass are out there, pickerel. We're in Pennsylvania, MJ, welcome in. Yeah, welcome in everybody. Bruce Mars, appreciate the message yesterday. Yeah, I appreciate everyone reaching out last night, worrying about me. I take what I do very, very serious, guys. I am highly trained in outdoor stuff. I ain't no young chicken. But I'm not saying you should do what I do, but... All right, let's, gonna probably try this hole. We'll try the first hole I just did, and then we'll work our way back to that one, and we'll drill a couple more. Let's see if we get on. Yeah, be careful of the soft snow. I'm staying on these tracks. This is my sled tracks, and this slush is nice and firm, but over here in that white, it's still soft. So I'm using this stuff as a kind of a trail to follow since we're on thin ice. Yeah, yesterday was my 4th polar plunge, guys. That is a great idea, though. If you guys have never done polar plunges, you should definitely do that to know what your body's going to do if you do go through. Oh, well for my seat. Look at that. Very important to be quiet on the ice. You don't want to scare the fish away. You know, make sure you don't bang anything. All right. There we go. Nice and quiet. Right. Very important thing to do while you're fishing. Take a worm. You got to do your peace offering. You got to send some bait down. It's great. It's floating. Wonderful. We'll get some worms. We'll send a couple worms down there. Shh. Right. K-Rin's in from China. The driver forever looks like they're in from Russia, maybe. I'm not sure if that's Russian. It looks Russian. I can't read it, but welcome in. Why aren't you sinking, dude? He's frozen, that's why. Don't worry, he's already dead. This is a little tungsten jig. I like the butter worms. It seems like the pickerel like to eat the butter worms too. DC, what's going on? Alberta, Canada, in the house. Good to see you, brother. DC, I went through yesterday, brother. I don't know if you saw that. I went through the ice. Wasn't a big deal. Didn't have any problem getting out. But I did go through yesterday. So I wanted to get back out here and kind of get over that right away before it turns into some, you know what I mean? Get back on the horse. Probably should wait for thicker ice, but didn't go through here. It's a barely 4. It's about 4, and it, as you can see, there's stuff on top of it, so it's not great. But yeah, Anthony Allison, LA, California in the house. Outdoor boy fishing and camping. Welcome in. It's actually a little too warm. I just got my sweatshirt on, honestly. 2 times South African. 2 South Africans in here. Welcome in. Welcome in, Bradley. Ah, man. I know we got Cindy. I don't know if Cindy's in. I know she's from South Africa. Nate's in from Massachusetts. Very cool. Aren't you afraid of the ice break? I fell through yesterday, Smokey, so no. I'm not afraid. I am trained. I'm trained. I take the outdoors serious. I grew up in the outdoors. It's part of our life. Yesterday was the 4th time. First time ice fishing, but the 4th time I've gone through the ice. 2 times racing bikes I went through the ice up in Alaska, and 1 time ice skating when I was a kid I went through. I'm hard to kill. That's right, you're the opposite seasons over there. Alice, good to see you. Mike's in from Ethiopia. You got people from all around the world. That's awesome. If you guys are new to the channel, and I know a lot of you are because YouTube's pushing us out lately, please sub and give us a thumbs up. It's free. And if you got your own channel, leave a comment on one of my videos, and I'll circle back and return the favor. I like putting faces to names whenever I can in our chat so that we feel like a tighter community. DC never went through. My dad never went, well, he flipped the boat once, but he never went through the ice. But my dad also only ice fished like twice a year because he never said it was safe enough. And I was always an extreme sports guy growing up and, you know, raced the Iditarod and stuff. And I hate to say it, but it's like they normalize it. Like we're crossing rivers all the time. And sometimes the water's open and we're just walking through it. So you learn what to do when you get wet. So I guess that fear just kind of dissipates a little bit and you don't really get too, you know. Alabama, ice is what's in your margarita down there. That's, if you got a margarita, it's like that. Just picture a little miniature me sitting out there on top of your ice cubes. Randy Rhino. Nugget, good to see everybody. I'm from Albania. Very, very cool, very cool. I don't know if you guys, I feel like you guys are just starting to make up countries now. Let's see what we can do here. So what I normally do is I let it drop all the way to the bottom and then I'll work my way up. We'll give this hole a little bit of time and then we'll go get another rod. Remember, whoa, we got this rod over there already set up with bells. We could hear that go. And we'll add another one and then we'll venture a little bit further out and we'll keep moving around till we find fish. Dorothy, thank you for the floating heart. Estonia, you definitely making up stuff now. Bradley, good to see everybody. I'm just kidding. I got a weird sense of humor. Yeah, everybody's welcome here. I love fishing. I fished my whole life. I'm almost 50. And I love watching people from around the world fish and see what you guys fish for and how you fish. So, Pennsylvania, Mike, United States, Pennsylvania. Muddy Waters in the house. All right, so we've jigged them. Let's drop it all the way to the bottom. And then we're going to do what's called dead sticking. Just going to bring it a little bit off the bottom, within that bottom foot, and we're just going to sit it there. And sometimes that's when they'll choose to hit it. So just watching the line. If you're waiting for the rod to go and the bells to go, they don't always do that. I've had the privilege of fishing out here with Nolan from Mission Discover, who has the electronics, and you can see the fish. You can see the fish come over. You can see the fish bite the rod, and the fish doesn't go like this. It just goes like that. So all you're looking for is the slightest little move, and you got to set the hook, or else he just spits it back out again. They're really picky little guys this time of year. They're not expanding any energy. They're just kind of in this weird trance. Don't be a bum, hit that thumb, Jimmy says. I've been to New York. It's Pennsylvania, a few hours drive from New York. Yeah, we're about, depending what part, 3 hours probably. Jace is from Canada. Welcome in. Bounce that tungsten off the bottom, make some dust. Yeah, I did when I first lowered it down. I just dead sticked it. I started up pretty good there for a minute. Let me guess, Canada or Alaska? Nope, wings were in Pennsylvania. Russia invaded a lot of, yeah, a lot of those little countries. Yeah. Are your hands cold? No, it's above freeze. My hands don't get real cold. I love cold weather. It doesn't bother me at all. I absorb sunlight. Got the sun coming up right there. So yeah, I'm comfortable. Oh, there we go. Oh, I think that was the ice. I got excited, but I think it was just stuck to the ice. That is kind of how it feels. Nothing on this one. Let's drill another one. Oh, let's just do this a second. That felt like another bite. We might have had a bite there. What are you going for? Username. We're going for whatever bites here. So there are a few different species of sunfish in here. There's also pickerel, chain pickerel, largemouth bass, perch, yellow perch, gold shiners, which aren't really active in winter, little mini yellow bullheads, which aren't really active in winter, black crappie and white crappie. So, nope, we just started. Just been fishing, maybe 10 minutes. We're going to keep drilling holes, though. Let's go try another hole. We got a few holes drilled. So we got thin ice. We really can't just run around drilling holes like, like a maniac out here. We got to kind of methodically expand our territory on the ice today. We don't want to go swimming 2 days in a row. I drilled another hole close. But believe it or not, it's actually really deep right off the edge here because it's a dam. So the water kind of backs up down here. And that's kind of where they like to be in the deeper sections. A little bit of slush. I think we'll get it through. Go, drop her down. Yeah, we'll probably only do a couple hours today. I usually fish at least 4 hours every day. But I do want to get some. I'm going to go out on a bait run today. I got a minnow trap. I got a pool. Do some of that stuff. 8:20. Let me see what we are. Yep, you're dead on, Bradley. It is 8:20 in the morning here. I don't worry about falling through. I fell through yesterday. I don't worry about falling through the ice. I do prepare for it, though. I measure the ice, so I know what I'm dealing with. But I do have my safety spikes on, which I went through yesterday, and the spikes were absolutely useless. So I will tell you this, if you do go through the ice, you need to know what you're going to do. You really do. Welcome in, Donnie. People think, getting out, it's like doing a pull up on the side of a pool. It's not. It's like trying to get out of somebody's giant slushy, or ice cubes everywhere. There's chunks of ice that you then have to break off to get the solid ice. So it's not like they... even the safety videos that I've watched are a bunch of jokes. You get a false sense of security, like you know what you're going to do. We're in Pennsylvania, do the right thing. Braxton Cooper back in the house. Not yet, James. We're trying, man. Yeah, you got to have a plan. I mean, you don't want to be sitting there trying to think of something. You got time. So you should just relax, get your breath, and then immediately execute the plan to get out. It needs to come second nature. But if you hit any curveballs, like yesterday's curveball was the whole surrounding area was slush. Even though it was 4 inches on the sides, I walked 10 feet and went right through. And so the spikes were useless, but I had to swim out. I had to just basically do breaststroke, get my hands up on there, kick, and then like barrel roll out. Is what I did. And then I barrel rolled all the way into the thick ice. I didn't stand up, You got to stay low. Polar bear yourself out of there. What's the biggest? Well, the heaviest would be largemouth bass. I've heard of 7-pounders being caught in here. Lengthwise, it's chain pickerel. The biggest I caught this year was 22.5, but I caught a 27 out of here last year. Really likely to get out. Well, it depends. If you're on a river, do the right thing. You got current. That's a little scarier to me. I mean, anything can go wrong. That's the problem. You can hit your head on the way down, but a river has the added current. Um, and I tell you, like, don't rush. Sit there and kind of like, you know, get your breath and then execute the plan to get out. But at the same time, like some people are like, you know, somebody will grab a ladder, somebody will grab a rope, right? I don't like to wait for anybody because your body's going to start shutting down. You're not going to use your arms. You're not going to be able to use anything. So I'd rather just get out myself and not wait on anybody. So I think, you know, you just execute the plan and count on yourself. Get really good fish. You can barely ever get fish from fishing now. It's getting tough here, Rogan. I'm not going to lie. It's definitely getting tough. First ice is always great ice. You know, we've had some ice and then we kind of lost the ice and we're going to get ice back next week. And that's kind of why I started branching out yesterday. I'm like, we got to hit some new water. I tried the first spot. It was really unsafe. And I moved to the second lake and immediately fell through. And I'm like, all right, back to my lake that I know and I trust a little bit better than those lakes. You know, let's dip down in this hole here. Minnesota, I'm a big fisher, too scared to ice fish. At least you know it, man. Know your limitations. If you're scared, you know, then don't do it. It's not bad to have a time off. Find something else to do. You probably still got spillways and places you could fish anyway, besides getting on the ice. I don't think we'll get anything here, but in the summertime, they will come right into this area. Negative 50 wind chill here. Dang, zigzag. Yep, every year people go in. Yep, that's right. And you know, you can think it's safe all you want, but you guys that have spent time on the ice know how inconsistent it can be. All right, let's get, while we're over here, we worked our way back. I'm going to grab another tip up and I'm going to put it in that hole and we're going to work ourselves further out for jigging. But we'll put another tip up, some more shiners out there, and a wild woodpecker right there. And I like to keep something dry. If I do go through, like yesterday, I just stripped down and I put this jacket on. And that was a lifesaver, let me tell you. All right, what do we got here? This is a nice little hook. I could put this little guy out there. Let's put this little guy out there because I really want to get on the panfish more than bass and pickerel today. And it doesn't matter because when I try to catch panfish, I end up catching pickerel anyway. So let's go put that one in that hole. We'll expand our territory that way. We'll keep working our way out. So the most dangerous spot on this lake right now is right here. It's only like 2.5 inches. There's always a shelf right about here, and then out here you get to about 4 inches. But if you keep going, there's a creek out there that flows to there. No, I wouldn't go out there today. I didn't go back and look at the video yet. You can go back and watch yesterday's live. My wife labeled it oopsie, timestamp, and you can just click on that and it'll take you to the moment I fell through. I'm guessing maybe 2 minutes, a minute or two. I mean, I was a little cocky because I'm like, I took time to get the auger out of there. I took time to get my phone out of there because I was like, I knew I was going to get out and I'm like, I'll be damned if I'm coming back out here. So I like just hung on the ice and I threw everything into the, you know, towards shore where I knew was more solid. So I probably could have gotten out a little bit sooner, but it takes your breath away. So it takes you a minute to kind of, you know, get yourself centered mentally. All right. Not available. I told my wife, I said my favorite comment after I fell in, I look at chat, and I guess it was you, Jimmy. I said, somebody says, talk about shrinkage. I was dying. Oh, man. Woo! He had 9 lives. He just spent them all. Woo! I'll do another butter worm right now on this guy. What's it like ice fishing? A little like being on the moon, I think. You're in like a foreign landscape. Like this is literally why I fell in love with Alaska when I was a kid and spent a lot of time up there. Was the first time I ever experienced it was out on the Iditarod Trail. The first time I ever raced up there, it was like 40 below zero. And I just remember feeling like I felt like I was on the freaking moon. I don't know how else to describe it. Everything's just different. It's a spot that you can sit out here in your kayak all summer. But the second you walk out on it, it just feels like you're in a foreign landscape that you shouldn't really be there. You know, you're an explorer. It's cool. But on a practical matter, you're able to fish places that you can't fish any other time of year. This lake gets so choked up, it's almost impossible to fish in the summer. And you guys that watch me all the time, what do you guys think? We probably caught 3 chain pickerel here the whole summer. We caught 3 here on Friday. Like, you know, you think a fish doesn't exist, but the season changes and all of a sudden, you know, you start catching them one after another. So we're going to sit this one right here. We're going to put a bell on it, and then we're going to go drill another hole. We're going to try to find some fish. Colorado like seems like it's an unsteady weather pattern. Like I feel like you guys get really warm weather and then really cold weather. That's got to be, I mean, that's kind of what it's been doing here this year. It's very frustrating because we're so close to having like the best winter ever. And instead we have like horrible ice. You know, I'm going to get quiet here because we are going out to uncharted territory today. I learned yesterday, this really helped me a lot, using the auger. When I went through the ice, I was able to use this auger to kind of get out. So I'm definitely aware of that, even though it's metal. I got somebody out in this hole here. I think I was just going to drill. What do they got for bait there? Somebody was using some live bait right there. Well, we got some cracks here. It's probably not a good spot. Let's try right here. Okay. If you got Dramamine, use them now. I only see the ice sign when there's no... Right, Chad? I felt like crawling back out there yesterday, putting a sign right next to my hole saying thin ice. But I didn't want to draw attention to it. God forbid they close a park because people are dumb. You know, they're really dumb. They don't take any personal responsibility. You know, they'll shut down a place. They'll look for an excuse. Like, oh my God, somebody fell through the ice. Like, well, you know what? It's my fault. I risked it and I was fine with it. I risked it and I was fine with it. I was prepared to get out. You don't need a sign for everything. All right, let's get this hole done. You guys are in my way. I don't... Wait, don't stop getting in my way, y'all. All right, here we go. There we go. Let's see if we can not drop the phone in the water today. This phone has been in the water 3 times so far. See, usually it pops right back up. The ice is just not good quality today. It's not quality H2O out here. Get a good measurement. Got to scrape the edges off. All right, we're at 4 inches. That's not bad. I might not need my extra underwear today. It's actually thickening up. Nolan, Will, we get down to 20 tonight. We might be all right for tomorrow. We were planning on doing a big party out here. Me, Mission Discover, and Raptor Will. We're going to fish here tomorrow. I was going to set the stove up. Chef Bob was going to start cooking out here while the youngsters caught me some fish to grill up. We'll see if it can happen. Then I went and fell in and scared everybody. So grassy and noticey. Grassy and noticey. Something was lost in translation. How do you know if it's a good spot to dig or not? I know this lake I fish all the time in the summer. So this is the deeper area. This is a creek. That's a dam. This is a shelf. Those are all lily pads. So I understand the river, the way it works here. Lot of deep weeds here. They want the deep for warmth, so they usually congregate right around this area here. If the ice is thick enough, the largemouth bass like to be up there, but it's not thick enough. It's a death sentence. Not a death sentence, but you don't want to go up there. Yeah, the hole will freeze back up overnight. Yep. I double dare you. What am I doing? Double dare me what? We hit 500 thumbs up. I'll eat a freaking butterworm. You want me to do that? You don't need the block. I didn't see what they said, but what fish lives here? Bass, pickerel, sunfish, perch, crappie. I think that about covers it. Let's take our bucket out here. And we'll go jig this hole. I'm not gonna lie, that's like a nice sense of relief here. Somebody had their shack right here yesterday. You can see the outlines. Somebody was jigging that hole right there. I wonder how they made out. Here we go. Down we go. Let's get it all the way to the bottom. Just like somebody had pointed out earlier, I do like to stir the bottom up. I like to hit the bottom pretty hard a few times. Kind of draw attention to it. And then I bring it about a foot up, and then I'll do a little jig, and then dead stick. Put your leg in the hole. I get it. Julius, go back to yesterday's live, my friend. Go to yesterday's live and look for the timestamp that says oopsie. I fell through the whole entire ice. I went over my head yesterday. Have you ever cut a square hole? You can't go over 10 inches in Pennsylvania, so a square hole would be kind of a waste diameter-wise to fit a big fish up there. I never watched ice fishing. That's awesome, Nugget. We're going to be doing a lot of ice fishing here. We've got like a foot of snow. We'll see what happens, but they're calling for this huge storm coming. And then next week's going to be frigid. So we're going to do a lot of ice fishing. If you guys want to see a lot of we just did an overnight trip where we camped on the ice, but that's on the member side. So memberships are available. They're only 99 cents a month. And we do a lot of the weekend trips with the whole family. And we'll go out and fish like right through the night and set up traps. And that's what you get as a member. You get to see all those things. But Monday through Friday, Tuesday through Friday, we usually do public lives. COOB10, we're trying to catch whatever bites. Wild Japan's in the house. What is going on? We've got perch in here. We got bass. We got pickerel. Crappie. Yeah, I had a coyote. Did you see that clip? I time-stamped when I was sleeping on the ice in my sleeping bag. I had like a -40 bag. You can't just lay on ice, but I got good equipment. I was out there sleeping, and I heard something, and I turned my phone on, and I didn't see what it was, but the next day I woke up and there were coyote prints all around where I was sleeping. So I looked like a freaking Twinkie bar probably in there. But I went back to the live where I turned my phone on, and you could see the eyes, clear as day, run away from me. It's pretty creepy. Mosh, welcome in from Israel. Damian Bryant. What? Traps is another word for like a tip up. It's usually wood or a plastic, and it's got line in it for fishing. And when a fish bites it, it sends some type of an alert up, flags, bells. So I put my 12-year-old. He slept in the ice shack that has a little propane heater, but I slept on the ice because we were trying to catch walleye, and we loaded up all the rods with glow sticks and bells so that I would wake up. And it took us a while. Self-made legend, welcome in. I don't think that's the self-made I know from Fish Brain way back in the day. Always catching blue cats. It's awesome if it is. What kind are you catching this morning? skunk fish. Trying to catch something, man. Trying. We have coyotes. Philippines, lovely. Welcome to... Oh, was that a bell? Am I crazy? Did you guys hear a bell? Was it that damn... There's a bird here that sounds like a freaking bell. Was it him? Anyone hear a bell? Was it just me? Just flapping his gums. Tell me about it, bro. Tell me about it. I'm trying. I can flap my gums and fish at the same time. I'm allowed 5 holes. We'll drill another one in a minute if we don't hook up. We'll go back and get some red worms and throw some red worms. I try to keep up with chat, guys. And we got 224 people, which is like 200 more. We're in Pennsylvania, United States. Ice Hawk tip-ups. I'll try to remember that, Danny. North Mississippi, down in Louisville. James is in from Scotland. Make sure you got Matty. No F's, no frills. He's from Scotland. One of my members, does a lot of fly tying. Awesome guy, awesome channel. Yo, Steve-O, Peace Safer. Thank you for the $5, brother. I mean, I take risks, but that doesn't mean I'm not safe. You guys don't know the amount of training I put myself through, because I've done some really extreme racing in my day where we race on ice and we go through the ice. So I've gone through very, very crazy training that if they would make a movie about it, you guys would be like, oh my God, this is crazy. Well, that was like my life for 30 years. This weekend's going to be nuts, man. Khalees, I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, right? We can't all afford live scope. That's exactly right. You get a good look. Oh, wait, what is that? Who knows the Tommy Boy quote? You can get a good look at a T-bone by sticking your head up a cow's you-know-what, but I'd rather take the butcher's word for it. Something like that. All right, let's go drill another hole. And then we'll come back and put a tip up in there. I really want to go out there, but man, I just know that that's all overflow. Overflow is not good. I don't want to swim 2 days in a row. I really don't. Holy shnikes! Let's go this way. Let's go this way. The ice fishers needs to check the tip outs. I like that. You saw my orange ones, right, Denny? I really love those things. They're made locally too. Yo, Gerald, go back to the beginning. Oh no, it was on the members live. Go back to the members live this morning. Go back to the very beginning of that and look at the first 2 minutes. I was trolling Zyro. Yeah, you love it. You'll love it. All right, let's drill another hole. If you guys got the Dramamine, pop a couple Dramamine. It's going to get wild. Go get a measure on this, make sure we're all right. I appreciate that, Self-Made. Been around the block a few times. I guided in Alaska for about a decade because we couldn't have kids, so we didn't know what else to do. And guess what? That Alaskan air, we had kids. So we came back to Pennsylvania. Here we are. And somehow fell butt backwards back into fishing again. Oh, yeah. All right, let's go jig this hole, and then we'll come back and we'll put a tip up in that hole over. One of these holes we'll get a tip up and maybe a night crawler, just to try different things. Morning, Gerald. How you doing today, brother? We're cooking today with chat. I don't know if I might miss you. I might miss you. Try to. Yeah, it gets all weird, man. I'm sorry. I go get the tripod and put you all in there, but it's like I'm drilling a lot of holes, so maybe I just turn the camera off. I don't know. I only have that problem in winter. It all of a sudden goes funky. So I'm just using a little tungsten jig, and these are butter worms. That's what I'm using. And this is what it looks like in the water. Here, let me zoom in. So you're not doing too much down there. You just see that tungsten, how much it moves. So you're just kind of sitting it there, doing a little jig, that's all. Okay, drop her down. We gotta get some fish before that sun hits the ice and starts melting everything. It's gonna get messy. They're different than waxies. They're similar to wax worms, but they're definitely beefier. No, I already read, did you bring your floaties? That's why I told you to go back and watch the member live, Gerald. Honestly, like I know, like the U.S. Fish Commission or whatever says to wear a life vest, you know, and I'm not going to second guess them, but imagine going under the ice and trying to swim out and your life vest is like getting caught up on the bottom of the damn ice. Like, no thanks. I'll take my chances without a life vest on. I mean, I have no doubt when I went through the ice in Alaska, if I had a life vest on, I would 100% got stuck under that ice and drowned. So because I've got that experience, I will not wear a life vest on the ice. Maybe a floating suit of some sort that inflates, but not some bulky life vest. Hell no. You cube them up or fry them. Walleye better than... Oh yeah, I think walleye is my favorite eating fish by far in freshwater. Do we ever get bored ice fish? Not really. And when I do get bored, I remind myself that being bored is a luxury. And I just look around. That's why I don't use live scope. I don't use anything. And you can always just sit outside. So fishing is just like sitting outside, but with the chance of catching something really cool. We'll see bald eagles here. There's a couple shorts ago where a family of red fox were out here screaming. So, walking sticks, another good one. Rope, yep. Retired Rick. Hear that water starting to flow. I hate hearing that. That just opened up over there. You do not want to hear running water while you're out fishing. Texas, 55. It's going to be close to that today. It's warming up here too. It's not chilly at all. Walleye, a whitefish. I don't want to classify it as a whitefish, but it's not real strong flavored wise, so it's kind of very popular. It's like a Great Lake fish. You can get them in other places, but typically it's like a Great Lake fish. Most fish, I guess, are whitefish by that definition, you know, except for like, you know, tuna or swordfish. But Wild Heart, what's going on? We have 0 fish today. For walleye, I like to bake walleye, and I like to use them. I put them over wild grain rice. Minnesota wild grain rice is my favorite. That's, you know, I've spent some time up in Minnesota in International Falls, and there was a little restaurant I used to always get it at, and that's how they served it. So you got to get the real rice there, the real thick stuff. When you cook it, it smells like a freaking swamp. It stinks, but it tastes so good. Let's give this another minute, and then we're gonna move. We'll get another tip up out. I'm gonna put some. I want to put a night crawler down, and then we got one more hole to drill. We're gonna get that all out here. For sure. Yep. Like, not too many walleye where we are right here. We are moving to the U.S. What the heck, man? Where are you moving, Wild Japan? I'm from Minnesota. It's up in International Falls. It's a tourist trap. It's is it the Chocolate Moose? I used to race at International Falls. Every year we would race to, I think it's called Tower. It was like a casino. That was the finish line. The Arrowhead 135 was the race. Malaysia, we haven't gotten anything yet. 1K, please. What do you want me to give you, $1,000? Sure. Just give me your social security number. I'll wire it over to you. Let's dead stick here. Let's dead stick here and see if something hits it. Give it a minute there. Zoomy. It's hard to see the line. Oh, thanks, Josie. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. All good. I don't know, some reason. I appreciate that, Nugget. Can I have 2K? Yeah, Gerald, 2K. No problem, bro. No problem. I'm loaded. I'm a rich YouTuber. We're all rich. I don't know if you guys know that. Thank you. I appreciate the support, guys. We need to get to the other side of the ice. We need to get over there. Let's go get a tip up. Let's go get the night crawlers. We'll put the night crawler in this hole, and then we'll venture out to the thin ice. Azam, welcome in. Another user. Good luck from Northwest Indiana. Awesome. We haven't caught anything today. We haven't caught anything today. We've had some really good days out here. Friday, I guess, was the last time we fished here. We got 3 chain pickerel, nice ones, and 3 bluegills. And our best days out here were early in the season. We were catching 20 to 30 fish a day. It just depends on the day. And you can sit out here and get skunked for 3 hours and still catch 15 fish in the last hour. That's fishing. They don't eat a lot in winter. So you just got to wait till they turn on. Let's jig this one a little bit while we're going by it. Where are you going ice fishing at, Walmart? You sir rich. Yeah, I'm... Whoop, felt like a fish. Felt like a fish. Jimmy, Minner Fun, I appreciate that, buddy. I should just ask, my neighbor works there. I should just ask him to bring some home with him. You know Fred, right? Dog Tags, what's up, brother? Good morning. I know that was a fish there. It's frustrating when you get a little bite like that. That means they're just sitting there staring at it. And then you feel like a bad fisherman because you can't make them bite that damn hook. Clifford, we're in Pennsylvania. Don't know, it's my parents' plan. Oh, nice. Nice. Let the parents guide you. That's nice, man. I fish with my 12 and 14-year-old all the time. Enjoy those years, brother. And make sure you're prepared to be on the ice. You might have to save your old man someday, you know? You gotta be careful out there. I fell through yesterday. So not to scare you, but, you know, it can happen. All right, let's get that back down. We just been out 50 minutes. I love you, bro. Did you get my 1K tune? I don't know, that must have been Gerald. I didn't give you 1K. I think that was Gerald. He's rich. He's loaded. We're southeast Pennsylvania. Sleepy Josie. I used to sell insurance up in Lake Superior. Sweet. It's Bob the Underwater Iceman. I want to put one of these on the tip-ups. Look at these bad boys. Put that silver up there. Catch some of the sun. Let's see what this rod's doing. $7.50. What time is it in Pennsylvania? I didn't get my wire transfer. It's $8.50 here in Pennsylvania. Let's jig this one a little bit now. Look at this. It's Yeah, we got a layer of ice. It's still below freezing here, Jimmy. That's awesome. They were calling for it to not even go below 35 here. I'm going to bring this up through the water column real slow. Abigail, sorry I didn't say hi to you earlier. I saw your name again, and I now remember I saw you earlier and didn't say nothing. I got distracted. Meant to come back and say hi. That's what I do. You see names, you get ready to say something, you get distracted. We got 1, 2, 3. I need more rods. Make sure we got, yeah, bait still on there. Look at that. Still below freezing. Let's bring this up a little bit off the bottom. That's on the bottom there. Let's bring it up into the middle of the water column. Crappie and pickerel sometimes will come up. The pan, like the sunfish, will stay right on the bottom usually. Not always, but usually. So when I bring it up like that, it's usually because I'm trying to see if there's a crappie around or a pickerel. You get the pickerel on the bottom too. They're going wherever the other fish are pretty much. But if they're out prowling, they usually just go under a couple feet below the ice. See, that's what we gotta watch. This stuff right off this trail is all water. Let's see. Glacier caught a keeper. Good for him, man. Natives harvest the river Superior. Let's see what I missed real quick. All right, let's get over here. I got to pay attention. This is the risky ice over here. It's going to get a lot worse before we get off. Almost going to need waders out here next week, I think, after the snowstorm. This is going to melt. What happens is this water will pool to the dam, and this will be open water, and you have to like wear waders to get out here sometimes. I've had that in years past. Get out to the big iceberg floating in the middle of the lake. All right. We need 2 more. Let's make this our last trip, so let's get what we need. Let's do this guy with one of these. Maybe a sip of coffee. Doing any blizzard fishing Sunday, Monday? Yeah, I'll be out. I'll be out somewhere. I intend to get out. Peyton, we're fishing in Pennsylvania, my friend. We just came back to get 2 more rods. Ice is thin, so I'm leaving all my $400 of equipment on the side so it doesn't go under the water. All right, we're going to use one of these chip-ups. Denny, this is what I use right here. HT Enterprises, icefish.com. Really loving this thing. Really loving it. They got the little glow stick holders at night, which we've used. You got a nice little holder. Telescopic flag. You got a little compartment if you wanted to put terminal tackle right there. Really awesome. Loving it. It's thermalized so the hole doesn't freeze up. You don't have to constantly open it. So we'll go out there. We'll throw some minnows on that. I don't know what we'll put on. Maybe we'll take these night crawlers. Let's see what we got in this bag. Yeah, I got some red worms, some night crawlers in here. Another bell. Bell's frozen. Awesome. That reminds me we should check the other bells. They might be frozen too. We could be getting whacked by fish and we wouldn't even know it. Nothing works right in the cold. Yesterday was just a pain in the butt. It was -4 when we went out, and the auger froze up. It wouldn't turn. The handle was frozen. There's 2 handles on an auger. Both were frozen. So I fired up the heater. I melted the ice off the auger, drilled the holes, but apparently I dropped the droplets into the damn pilot, and then I couldn't get the heater lit. And then about an hour later, I fell through the damn ice. What a day. What a day. Renata, welcome in. They stack in a 5-gallon. Oh, yeah, these guys do. They go right in the 5-gallon. I can put 6 of them in a 5-gallon bucket. I just can't afford 6 right now. So each time I go up to Goldsboro Lake, I go to JC Bait and Tackle. He hooks me up and gives me one for 20 bucks. I'll take that deal. He's a mom and pop. And yeah, every trip I buy one. So I'm up to 2. If we get up there this weekend, which I don't think we're going to with the weather, we'll get another one. All right, where am I going to go with another tip up? We got, you follow my road. Ice Trucker Road. Follow it. Biggest fish you've caught out here? Probably the 27-inch pickerel, lengthwise. Or I've caught a couple bass over 4 pounds here. So, depending on what you know, both were close to being same weight, I guess. I don't know. Weight-wise, I think the bass, it was a really nice bass, or probably the bass. Yeah, it's thicker out here, but with the weather today, it's a little iffy. I mean, if I don't drown, you're going to be good, Nolan. You're lighter than me. But, I mean, I would hate, I'm kind of like next week will be better, but I really don't know that it's going to be with a foot of snow. Even though we got single digits. What I think we need to do, Nolan, is come out here after it snows and shovel it. I mean, I know that kind of messes the bite up and lets the sun through, but a foot of snow or 2 feet of snow, whatever the heck they're calling for, with like 4-inch ice, I think we'd be better off coming out, drilling the heck out of it, or shoveling the heck out of it. Thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate you taking care of chat. Let's throw some creepy crawlers on this one. Big ass hook, but it's a good hook to land a nice fish on, so we'll leave it on. It's a good sign though. I mean, it's kind of freezing up. Up to you, Nolan. I mean, the other thing with all 3 of us here, it is a lot safer if something did happen, you know what I mean? I'll bring a ladder and rope and all the safety stuff just to go out of my way. Hell, we could even do a safety video out here. Your girlfriend might freak out though. She might get pissed. I could be wrong about that, but I don't know. I think your girlfriend don't like us out here fishing. Don't let her watch my live from yesterday. Skeeter, what's going on, brother? Have you ever fished in Texas for about 5 minutes? No, I raced down there a couple times. And I cast it off of some riverbank. I don't even know if there was fish in it. I don't really understand why this is shaped like this. It seems like the weirdest ass shape for a rod holder. I'll let that sit right on the bottom. Because it's probably not on the bottom. There's a lot of weeds right here. It's probably sitting on weeds, and a big night crawler crawling through weeds. Looks real good, so try that. This one, Joe Cool? You don't like this style? What do you like better than this one? I don't really know that much about tip-ups. I used to use the old wood ones for the last 50 years, so all these new modern ones are kind of new to me. But, yeah, I saw you're going to take a nature hike. Dried up fish on this one. We're going to put this one over in this hole. We're going to try to get you all... Where's my minnow bucket? Minnows. Get some minnows on this one. Get this out in the other hole. Yo, Matthew Jones. I'm doing good, man. Just trying to see. Danny recommended the ice hawk. The ice hawk. Appreciate that nugget. Let me get you wrenched up so you feel at home here. I try, man. When I came back from Alaska guiding, I kind of I hate to say it, but I got burned out from fishing. Guiding can burn you out a little bit. And then I came back to Pennsylvania. I couldn't get excited to catch these little fish. But then I had kids, and I got all back into it again with my son, which I didn't even try. I honestly tried to get him into bike racing because that's what I was doing for a career. He started freaking fishing, and I was like, all right, here we go again, back into fishing. People are always like, man, you're so lucky your kid loves fishing. You know, how'd you get him into fishing? I was like, I didn't. I tried to get him into biking. I just love being outdoors, though. And damn, he's good at fishing, too. So. Yeah, chicken noodle soup. Bone broth is my favorite go-to when you're sick, guys. Bone broth. Get some bone marrow. All that good stuff. Just going to load up these little tiny minnows. I'm going to take a road trip today and get some big shiners. In case Nolan's able to join us tomorrow. We want to make sure we catch something big tomorrow. Of course, I usually catch big ones on these little tiny minnows, but we're going to throw some big shiners tomorrow, just so it looks like we know what we're doing. Must be nice to get some shiner. You got them up, dude. There's the guy yesterday told you what website to go to. They deliver right to your door. Just order them from there. He was in your chat. He told you a website. You just order the bait from there, and it goes right to your door. Our bait shop, because our Petco, they get theirs from FedEx. It literally comes from FedEx, so you can totally order them, man. You don't need to have a bait shop in your town anymore. That's why they're probably out of business. You don't need the bait shop anymore, unfortunately. I bet you somebody in here knows that website, because I've had it mentioned a few times now. I just like to go to the local shops, even though it's not that local to me. My neighbor works there, so I'd rather give them the business and I can see what I'm getting. All right, so that's this tip up here. That flag will shoot up. I used the blue tip Z with the big game tip ups. Work great. Nice. There's Raptor Will. There's, well, first class of the day canceled. All right, cool, Nolan. Cool. I'm looking at chat a second because they're the two folks that might be out here with us tomorrow. I want to get out there, but I don't have a change of underpants if that ice cracks again and I poop my pants. Let's get the let's go. The best spot we have out here is out towards where that hole is. It seemed good. Right here's like actually the thickest ice, which is weird because this was open water not long ago. I'm going to take this one slow. This is where a spud bar would be nice. I'm going to have to drill one here, guys, because yesterday I felt silly drilling a hole 5 feet away, and then I fell right through. I forget about my tip-ups. I need a Bluetooth alert. Yeah, right? Yeah, I'm not going to lie, man. When you get out there and it's cold and you're in the tent, there's times where I'll look at Kevin and I'm like, screw that for a while. We close everything up. You just need a break. I'm like, let's make some sausage and we'll check on the tip-ups later. I'm not going to lie, a couple of those fish we caught, I don't know how long they were on that hook. RDA! What's up? I had to watch the video again. Hey, Ashley, what's going on? Hope you guys are doing good. Let me get this hole drilled. trying to be gentle, trying not to knock the phone off my chest. I really don't know how thick it is out here, so. There we go. We are good, just trying to stay warm. I'm good, Loco. Hope you are too. How's Chaos doing? Is he going out ice fishing or is he staying in? You guys got a nasty cold front, I guess, right? Get some crazy ass weather up there. That's the Minigota right there. They're the goats, Ashley and Chaos Goat right there. Great channels. That's gonna be barely 4. 4 is the bottom of the tape. You got, see the top? See all this white? You really shouldn't be counting that white. So 4.5, counting almost an inch of white. Not good, but it's good enough. I think it's good enough. We'll try this one, but I really want to get over to there. -4. Oh yeah, that ain't worth it. That's serious cold there. Very customizable. We got crappy weather this weekend. Awesome, Danny. Hope you go out and get some crappie. Oh, you mean bad weather. You gotta be careful with that term. You confuse anglers. Crappy weather means the crappie are gonna bite. Come on, Bells, let's go. Aggressively jig this one a little bit. Let's bounce the bottom. We're gonna find them. Takes time sometimes. But I mean, look at it out here. It is beautiful. It's nice to be on this side of the ice today. Got some nice lines up in the sky. Veronica, welcome in. Mod Loop. I think I said hi to you, Colleen. One day goes into the next sometimes. So I either don't say hi at all or I say hi 5 times. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys. We're at 210. The deal on this channel is I will eat my bait at 500. Not my idea. I just went along with it. Peer pressure is bad. I just went along with it. Wait, hold on, everybody. Stop chatting. Sweet Leaf says we are under an exploding tree risk. Where the hell do you live, Sweet Leaf? The funniest thing I've heard so far was the falling iguana watch in Florida. Whoa, we just got a clapping seal from Oshi. Thank you very much for that. Wisconsin. Is it like the sap? Like, it'd be a good day to split wood, I guess. You'd look like freaking Hercules out there. Probably just tap it and it'll explode. Look at that. Ash is on it. Ash is a weather person. Aren't you? Do I remember that correctly? Aren't you like a weather person? Pretty sure you're a wannabe meteorologist or a meteorologist. A wannabe sounds bad, but I think you're probably better than meteorologists. They're not that great. They told us we were going to get a dusting to 1 inch of snow, and we got 10 inches last weekend. Dip your chocolate in baby, right? I have to bring chocolate out if I got to eat this thing. But I'm about to go out in southeastern PA. Ooh, good luck, man. There's very few spots that are safe, man. I fell through yesterday. The workshop, let me tell you, do not go to Scott's Run. I took a swim over there yesterday. Hopewell in French Creek is doable. There's 2 inches of water on top. It looks like snow, and when you step on it, it's all water. So it's risky. This is just a little place by me. You can email me. I'll tell you where I am. I just don't want to say it publicly. I always tell the members where I'm at because it's a smaller crowd, and a lot of times we'll meet up here. Guilty of Being Right is back. Welcome back. AK Awesome is back or in. Appreciate it. Nugget, the bait I'm going to eat is a butter worm if we ever did hit 500. Thumbs up, because it looks kind of tasty, I'm not going to lie. Oh, come on, fish. I think I'm going to take another 10 feet out and cast over there. We're going to find them. Just don't want to fall in the process. Let's jig a couple of these as well. This has no weight on it. I forgot this is the worm that I have laying on the bottom. We'll just let that lay. I'm going to get some more red worms if I got any more. Any night crawlers? Nope. Nope, just this one. Oh yeah, we got some good ones there. Let's try, before we move, let's try a red worm. Antietam, it's out towards Reading. That could be good. I haven't gotten out there lately. That is a little cold spot. There are trout up in there too, and there's some big trout in there. Just be careful. I don't know. And honestly, like around here, you can usually go on Fish Brain and you'll see pictures of those places. And I haven't seen any pictures of those places, which tells me it ain't good. So just be careful, and it's going to be warm. It's warming up quick already. That's why we popped up early. We're going to get out of here early. Like I said, I took a swim yesterday, so be prepared. Video of the ice cracked. Yeah, I saw his. I commented on RDA. His was an expansion crack. I'm almost positive, because it was about 0 degrees. When you fall in, it don't crack. You just fall in. When you hear cracks, it's almost always a good thing. What is the most dangerous thing that can happen while ice fishing? I mean, you can fall in and not be able to get out. That's pretty much what everybody's afraid of. You know, can't let fear stop you from acting and reacting. Racetown Lake is not safe yet in my spot. Yeah, a lot of the big lakes are going to take forever this year. I know somebody just went through up at Beltsville, and they had a helicopter rescue up there yesterday. Whoop, 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 here we go, here we go. On the worm, on the worm, on the worm, guys. Let's see if I got stripped. Let's drop the jig through here. First bell of the day right there. Let's get the jig over there. Let's see if you'll eat this. Let's see if you'll eat this. Let's get this down. Bounce it right to the bottom and bring it up off at the bottom about a foot. See if we can get him. Happy day. You have a fish finder? Just my head. I stick my head under there. Stick my head under the ice. I went down yesterday to take a look around. Yeah, hypothermia, if you get wet, that's what's going to take you out. You're not going to be able to use your body like you imagine you're going to use your body. AK, thank you for the 100. AK awesome. Yeah, I remember when I was like 10 or whatever age I was when I took the hunter-trapper course. My dad was one of the teachers in that class, and he'd always put a 5-gallon bucket up with water and ice, like fill it with ice and then, you know, fill up the gaps with water. And he'd make kids stick their arm in there, and he'd give them $1 if they could keep their arm in there for a minute. And, you know, nobody would make it over 30 seconds. Just to kind of like explain like how you're going to feel when you go through the water. And it's even worse because you pop out of the water, and a lot of times the air temp's even colder, so you're surrounded by problems. Yeah, it took me a while to warm up, Mike. I was thinking of Florida. George Hen, thank you for the sun balloon. I never saw that one. I wonder if I still got that other little split shot. All right, let's throw the big worm down there. That's what he hit on. Big clump of worms. That's what he wants. Let's send it back down. Look at that. Sometimes they're finicky. So this is the only one that we have a lot of worms on and no split shot. You know, it's probably just dumb luck, but hey, gives us something to shoot for. We're going to drill another hole, but maybe we'll move it back a little bit than where I was going to drill it. We'll let that just settle down there. It's going to drop real slow. We'll just let that go. I was going to drill that one there. Let's move it back this way. Since one just bit here. Let's throw this one here while we're doing that. Appreciate it, Mike. Yeah, thanks everyone for sending me messages yesterday. I appreciate y'all checking on me. I just kind of took the night off from YouTube because every chat I went into, but that's all I didn't want to it was like a big distraction no matter what site I went to. Everyone just started talking about my trip through the ice. I felt bad. I just took the night off from YouTube. I mean, I worked till 9 anyway, but usually I'm watching lives. I was in Crappy Man Jig, bothering him for a while. And then that was it. I think I said hi to Gerald, and that was that. All right. Here's another chance to go through, though. Let's try right here. Yeah, YouTube famous for all the wrong reasons, right? What's up, Gerald? Have a great day. Don't be dropping any Uncrustables under the ice today. Yeah. I don't need to go through the ice. I fell off the dock this summer, too, trying to pick up an Uncrustable wrapper. I dropped an Uncrustable wrapper off the handicap accessible boat launch. Handicap my butt. I fell right off the damn thing. It has like a V in it so that your kayak can just cruise out. And I was like stepping around the back of the kayak to pick up my wrapper, and my foot went in that V, and I went right down. Yeah, it's a teachable moment, all right. Here, a little bit thinner. Not too bad. All right, I think we're gonna pretty much work the holes we got now. I might put a different bait on this one in a little bit, though. I might try jigging a minnow for a little bit. We'll give this a shot. Scratch it down to the ice the best you can. Get an accurate measurement. Just about 4. The bottom of the tape's 4. But again, that top, you see the top? It's white. White ice is not good ice. You want black ice. So it's nice to say 4 inches and make yourself feel good, like, oh, that's plenty of ice. Well, 4 inches of black ice will support 200 pounds in 1 point. Hey, hopefully you got 2 feet and you don't stand on one leg too often, so you should be all right. But still. All right, Denny, take care. How's it going? Where were you fishing? Buffalo. We're down in Pennsylvania, Brian. Southeast Pennsylvania. Uncrustables. I haven't had Uncrustables much since. I've really kind of gotten away from processed foods. I mean, we barely got by bills wise for a while. Not that we're rich by any means now. You know, it's still month to month, but I'm telling you, I was eating a lot of bologna sandwiches there for a while, and right now I'm just prioritizing my health, trying to eat no more drinking, no more processed foods, and yeah. I'm just going to do the subtle jigging while I talk to y'all. See if that goes. Whoa, look at that thing. What the hell's this? What the hell's this? That's bad. I'm going to get a snapshot. Oh, he left. I'm going to get a snapshot of that bad boy. Thank you, Jonathan. That thing was sweet. We went through all the milk. Dude, it was crazy. I left last night, Jimmy. We had no more fish on the shelf. Like nothing. People were buying all the expensive stuff because that's all that was left. I'm like, you guys know this fish won't even be good by the time it starts snowing, right? Don't last 6 days, 5 days, whatever. I do fly fish. Yep. I'm not real good at it. I have trouble hitting the 8-inch hole. Now if you want to fly fish right now, Tolpakin's local. That's a good spot to go. Delayed harvest, artificials only. You go out there and hit the Tolpakin. You can go down to Stony Creek in Norristown. That's stocked. That might be frozen up now though, but Tolpakin's probably open. People are strange. The snow will be removed by Monday, right? Yeah, I work tomorrow and I work Saturday, so yeah. Tonight we have a special dinner at work. So last night we have these like big dinners. It's one of the things our company does like every quarter. I mean, it's awesome because we work at a grocery store. They have like the best of everything there. And we have this big tray of salmon. And I'm telling people we don't have any more salmon. They're like, hey, where's that tray going? I'm like, that's nothing. Don't worry about that. There you go. Nolan, that's right. Nolan goes to school out that way. So the Tolpakin, you want to go out and trout fish right now? The Tolpakin is open. I would go fly fishing. I ain't going to lie, man. Well, I mean, I fell through the ice yesterday. And there's very little spots southeast that you're going to find. I'll tell you right now. I would go out to the Tolpakin. Look at where they stocked. There's some parking lots right there. And I mean, I walked probably 2 miles of that river. And let me tell you, the only spots that looked good were right where they stocked. But they were catching them. A dude caught one on a woolly bugger that I walked by. Oh, there we go. Fish on. Good fish. Good fish. Come on. Come on up. I don't know. Oh my God, he's gone. Did you guys see him? Huge bass. Did you guys see him? Holy crap, that was a big bass. He's off. Never had a good hook set on him. Oh, man. No, that was a big bass, man. That's not, look. This ain't a bass rod. Holy moly. Party hat. It would be a better party hat if we had a bass on the ice right now. Did you guys see him in the hole? He was a big boy. He was fat. Shoot. Oh, man. Hit the wrong rod, man. He needs to hit that one right there. That's got 10-pound line on it. I could have hauled his butt right up. But this one, I'll break off if I tighten that down. Yeah, well, you ain't going to get a good hook set with 4-pound line. You're going to break it right off. You got to play the numbers game. We're out here to catch the perch and the crappie. But yeah, you're going to catch occasionally. You're going to get one of those. You got to remember, these are tiny little hooks too. It's not like you're trying to hook set like a big bass hook. So you don't need to jab them too much. Right here, yeah, there we go, 924. I'm telling you, that's the best way to do it. Yeah, it was a fat one, wasn't it? Maybe we'll drill some more holes out this way then. He'll come back. We'll get another one. Slow motion too, right? He was just like slow motion. Central Time. Good morning, Rod. Spelled 2 weeks ago. My buddy caught a good amount of trout. No, I don't think the trout really shut down here in the winter. They might slow down and they go into the deeper runs. And I would just, when they get really slow, I mean, I caught them in some of the coldest winter days. Valley Creek's another spot. And I'll catch them right on the bottom with midges. Los Amos, I am in Pennsylvania, bro. Well, I got my biggest pike, 44-inch. Nice, man, nice. Yeah, you're not going to hook them all. I mean, occasionally that'll happen regardless. It felt weird from the beginning, to be honest with you. I don't even know if I had him in the mouth. I am actively jigging, so he could have just been staring at it, and I could have hooked this side of his face for all I know. I don't know. I want to kind of go over here a little bit more and drill another hole. I checked to make sure I had my bait. Yeah, I got my bait. Let me go drill another hole. It said I was done drilling, but what the hell? That was put my safety on there. Let's get that off the bottom. Got a foot. Let that sit right like that. Let's see. Whoop, was that rod just going? I was shaking a little bit. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got our 5 holes, but I'm thinking we move one of these guys back into this area. But we are dancing with the devil. This is the shallow, the thin ice out this way. Oy. Oy, oy, oy. Not fresh out of bells, bro. I'll hear it. I'm only going 10 feet away. Oh boy. All right. Take your Dramamine if you got it. Here we go. As I whack my phone. Okay. Doesn't look too horrible. All right. So that's a bass, so maybe I'd be better off bringing a bass setup. Well, it don't matter, but why don't I move this one? And I'll put a tip up or one of the fixed rods over there. So I feel better that this is frozen, melted, and frozen again than yesterday. We had water laying there yesterday, and that's just not good. This is going to be water in a couple hours. Just drop this one down. Okay. Figure out which rod we want to pull now and move it over here. Yeah, no worries, Nugget. No, I don't. I try to do a lot of public stuff. I do a ton of public stuff. I'm a full-time YouTuber. I have part-time jobs to make ends meet, but I'm 100% committed to YouTube. So I get it, but I keep them as low as I can. I think 99 cents is the cheapest I can do them. It's just nice to have an audience that wants to be there, especially with my family and my kids. You know, it just kind of takes out some of the riffraff and the trolling stuff. I still get some trolls like Zyro, who's a member. I'm just kidding. All right. Yeah, I get it though. I get it. Like, even though it's only 99 cents, Gerald, I totally get it, man. Because it's like, right? There's channels around and it's a recurring fee. So I get it. When you got to cut costs, it's not like, well, we're going to cut. No, you cut anything you don't need. And I ain't on the need page. But I will say, if you're local, it's a really good thing to have me as a member. Be a member on my page, because I scout out a lot of areas and I tell my members exactly where I'm going every day. And even if I never personally fish with you, definitely share as much info as I can with everybody. What the hell was on that? Anyone notice? Is that a goldfish? I hope so. Yeah. Rosy reds, baby. Come back, Mr. Bass. Make sure that's in there. Okay. Back to this hole. I appreciate that. Cat Cortland, that's awesome. Thank you, thank you. 37, 38 degrees. Yeah, I'm heading out early today, buddy. That's why I'm over here as early as I am. I got here, it was still below freezing, so. But this is the lake I have been fishing safely, not where I was yesterday swimming. So hopefully we'll be all right today. Yeah, no worries, Nugget. I appreciate you, man. Just hang out with us when you can. That's all you can do, man. I get it. I was only members in a couple pages. I very slowly add them, you know. And I get even doing super chats sometimes instead of memberships, because it's not a financial obligation. Oh, there's go. Fish on, fish on. I don't think he's as big. Oh, another bass though. Another bass. The bass are active. There we go. No skunk today. Bass Junior. I don't know if he's got his things turned on. Look how it's hooked right on the bottom. This isn't the one we lost earlier, I can tell you. The one we lost was much, much bigger. Barely hooked on there. I can't get it out though. All right. Little baby bass, but look how fat, looking good. Okay. Off he goes. So the bass are active all of a sudden. No skunk, no swimming. What a day. All right, let's get another worm for that. Best part, we haven't swam yet. One ditch pickle. There we go. Thank you, Jimmy. And Gerald, I appreciate the $2 donation. They got it bigger than that. We don't, well, so we won't, but we haven't eaten any bass out of here. I've only ever eaten one pickerel out of here. But I do want to harvest at least one of the big pickerel. I fish here a lot, and I know I got a really good idea what's here, and I truly believe if we take one of these big ones out of here, you know, we'll be doing a service to this place. So I want to take one of the bigger pickerel out. It's not that big of a place. It's probably eating a significant amount of our crappie and yellow perch in here. So. And there's some small pickerel that will fill right into its position in the food chain. And most importantly, I'm making pickerel soup, and I need one more pickerel. It's funny that, like, we haven't really caught any bass here this year, and we had 2 on today. And then we hadn't caught any pickerel till last week. It's been all sunfish. And then last week it was all pickerel. Interesting how things go. Just gonna put this guy on like that and center him down. You fish here too, Troy? Were you out recently? There's some local holes here. Yeah, this place gets slammed by people. I'm always the first one out here every year testing the ice. And then as soon as they see me out here, everybody comes. It's night there. It's early here. We're in Pennsylvania. 9:36 a.m. So I'm just going to do that little subtle thing where I just take one hand off and just kind of chat with y'all. Spunky just missed the first catch of the day. Little chunky largemouth bass. We had a big bass on. We lost a big one right at the hole. Never was really hooked. I think he was just swimming with the worm in his mouth. If he would have fought more, we would have been able to hook, but he just kind of came at me. Still out here. I should probably walk around soon and jig everything else. Oh, cool. Cool. Glad you saw it, Spunky. Joven Cordic. Oh, there was a bite. Welcome in, buddy. 10:36 p.m. Where you at, Armor? Hold on, I gotta clean my nose. I'll be right back. You don't want to hear this. Of course, I had a hit when I have to go back. I can't bring a fish out of the hole without being live. You guys will tell. Some of you all say I had it in my pocket. King Killer. Yeah, still dry. You know, when you said I haven't had any alcohol, but I haven't hit the gym, I was thinking, I think to me that would be harder, honestly. You know, like I can't eat healthy and be healthy without going to the gym. It's like if I work out, then like my mindset is like, wow, I naturally start eating healthier. I think I would struggle. Just like, I wish I could. Like, that's part of moderation, right? You should be able to just be like, well, I didn't really work out. I probably shouldn't put that into my body. My body's like, well, hell with it then. We'll start next month. But yeah, I feel so good. I don't know. I don't foresee myself drinking next month, but I also don't want to not ever drink again. I want to be able to sit down and have a beer and not think about having a beer again for a month, but I don't know. Mandy Capone, what's going on? Welcome in. Gospel Dominiquez Talakitok. I don't know what language that is, but welcome in here, my friend. These guys are weird like this sometimes. Like the dead sticking will work sometimes. Other times they want the movement. I heard a bell. I sworn I just heard a bell then. I don't see any rods moving. Here, why don't we try going over this way and I can see the rods. Here comes the wind though. Okay. I'm using tungsten jigs. Show you if I can find them in my pocket. These are pretty much my go-tos for my style of fishing. These little tungsten guys, different shapes and colors. They seem to work really good. You did hear a bell too? Yeah, I don't know which one it was. I mean, if it's a big fish, it'll get rocketed, but if there's one getting bit, I'd like to go jig that hole. Have you ever? Yeah, I catch a lot of smallies in the summertime. One of my favorite fish to catch. I don't think I've ever caught one through the ice though. I know there's lakes and things that have them in there, but the spots that we ice fish don't have any smallies. But a lot of our creeks do. And man, they're fun to catch. Come to the Philippines and take you fishing. Awesome. Someday. Careful inviting me anywhere. Last year, someone invited me to Florida, which is 25 hours from here. Drove my ass right down there. Showed up right on Random Jay's doorstep. Yeah, smallies hit like a tank. I'll still say carp are the hardest fighting fish start to finish because they never give up. But what smallies do is they hit so hard that if you don't have your game on, you don't have the right drag, the right line, the right rod, especially, whoop, there was a hit. There he is, fish on. Oh, he's off. It was just a little guy though. See if we can get him back. Just a little guy. It's good that the sunfish want to bite. Yeah, they'll take you right around the log or right under a boulder. We catch them under a lot of boulders. They just run right under that. Just missed them. I don't know what Rod's talking about his chair. I'm moving in my chair. What are you talking about, Rod? Raystown River. Yo, where? Don't tell me where. That was a nice brownie you caught there, bro. Did you eat that? That was a big old brownie. Ah, you're gonna miss a couple. I mean, it was just a bite. It was just a bite. He was hanging on the worm. First one I ever caught was from my yak. Oh yeah, yeah. We kayak our little creek a lot in the summertime, and you know, like the biggest I ever got out of there was 4 pounds. Usually they're like 1-pounders, but when you catch them in some good current, holy crap, they're fun. So much fun. I get them on like a trout magnet with like a Berkeley power worm. I slam them on that, or like a gulp minnow. And you don't really need to do anything fancy. Just get it out there, bounce it off the rocks, and they slam it. Yeah, rubber hooks. I got you. I got you. I was saying I don't need to sharpen the hook. The hook is plenty sharp. Monday quarterback over there, Gerald's criticizing my technique. I'll get you out of that place and drag your ass out here with me one of these days. Smallies on live minnows for sure, yep. Football jig. What's a football jig? I forgot Gerald's rich. He's got that minnow money. He's got that minnow money. Don't bring your mom into this. Look at him blaming his mom now. MD Joy, what's going on? Larry, hammer time. We're 1 for 3. We lost a big largemouth, got him up to the hole, and then we just had a little guy on. We did land one little largemouth, medium mouth. Let's dead stick this bad boy like this for a second. See if he hits it. Got it laying on the bottom, and then we'll bring it off the bottom for a minute. Bring it up off the bottom just a little bit and try that. Oh, there he was. Oh, you little turkey. You little turkey. You see that? Just dead stick it again. Use my shadow. Cover the hole with my shadow. I don't know if that's good or bad. He may have stripped me, but I just want to give it another minute. See if he comes back for it. Let's do a little twitch. Move it onto that side. A little tiny movement. Put the sun on the hole. Just give it another 30 seconds and then we'll check, see if he stripped us. I want to try more artificials, but I always figure like I'll come out and I'll catch 10 right away. Yeah, he stripped us. I'll come out and catch 10 right away, and that's the day I'll switch to artificials. But when I catch 10, I'm like, I'm going to catch 10 more. I'm not changing now. No gym for you? Yeah, you got to do what you can do, man. I hear that. You know I'm all busted up. Oh, hold on. Skirted jig with a football-shaped weight on the head. Oh, yeah, I got one of those. Really? I remember, like, when I used to, like, follow, like, competitive bass fishing, they would always say the jig is the #1 lure to use, like regardless. And I did have a lot of luck, but man, it's boring to watch if you're doing it for YouTube. You're just like didn't twitching it around the bottom. But yeah, man, those bass just stare at it and they pick it up. You got to really line watch. Let's get another chunker. I don't want quite that one. Let's break that right in half. We're going to go a little bit smaller. This hole definitely seems like it's got some activity, so. SGO up in the house. Yeah, I know, but you know, like I got a lot of crappy man jigs, and I wanna catch some fish on his stuff now. You know, I tear it up in the summertime, but I want to get him some great content, and I know it would work. I just need to give it more time. There's that dovetail or whatever he calls that one. I got that one laying in my sled. That's the one I want to put on. Maybe tomorrow I'll take like these rods. I need to take all the rods into the house, and I want to re-spool a couple of them. And even the tip-ups, I want to put some teardrop jigs on them and loosen up the drag so that I can catch some like panfish on the tip-ups. Right now they're set for big fish because of where we've been fishing. Yeah, I mean in the spring and summer and fall, we killed on his jigs. Even here, casting them around, we did really good. But in the winter, I just, the plastics, you know, when they're being real subtle like that, they like the hand-tied better. The hand-tied, the hair will move with the flow of the water, and you don't have to move it all over the place. What's going on, Tim? Snowmageddon. Carnosaur, welcome back. Yep, NJ uses them too. Yep. Yeah, yellow perch tastes just like walleye. Here he is. Get my camera to zoom. Come on. John, we're in Pennsylvania. Got a little dude playing down there. They're definitely not as aggressive. When we first started fishing first ice this year, I mean, there was like bam, like they were just slamming. And now they're just being so subtle. Half the time, you gotta lay it down like this. You gotta lay it like this, and watch the little twitch of the line. Give it like 30 seconds, and then we'll jig it again. But half the time they've been hitting it when I do this. It's just a matter of getting them when they do it. It's like watching paint dry. Pennsylvania, yep. Have you gotten any brown trout? Not today. There's no trout in this place. But yeah, yep, we catch lots of fish. Lots of different species. We do multi-species. I'm a big trout fisherman, Daniel. We're from Southeast Pennsylvania. You can email me on my About page. I don't want to call it out publicly, because if you're from Southeast Pennsylvania, you know there's hardly any safe ice out there. Don't need 500 people here tomorrow. Do plastic body jigs producer, recommend live bait. I like live bait in the winter. Soft plastics do also work. We were just talking about, I actually think the hand-tied jigs work better than soft plastics in winter. Something with the cold water. And you're moving it slower. So I think the hairs on the hand-tied move with the flow of the water. And sometimes that's what triggers them. How's Kev? Kev's fine. Kev had no problem. Lyle was a little more upset. Real Canadian Lunker, what's going on, brother? Yeah, they might be on break time. No, nope, southeast, not in the mountains. About 40 minutes from Philly. But it fell through the ice yesterday, so it's still sketchy. Real sketchy. Gotta be willing to swim if you're gonna try to get on ice right now around here. Nah, Kev's tough. Kev's tough. He's been in the water already. He's already jumped into open water from the ice before. He's a lunatic. I've already kind of trained him for that. He swam in creeks. Last year, I don't know if you remember that live, somebody challenged him to swim across the creek. There was snow on both sides. And he swam right. I said, wait till the end. I got the car heat on and he swam across the creek. Cranberry's got 2 feet. I was out at, we camped out on Goldsboro. They got like a foot of snow. Sunday into Monday, I camped out there in my sleeping bag on the ice. They had between 12 and 50. It's crazy. People look at him and like, oh, you got to be careful. He's 12. I'm like, he is not a normal 12-year-old. He wants to guide in Alaska, so, you know, that's kind of how I teach him. I'm getting him ready for it. Make sure I don't have junk on this. No, it looks good. I don't know why they ain't eating it. I think we're going to set this. We're going to set this one here a minute, and we're going to walk around a little bit. It'll probably get hit while we're gone. Let's jig the other rods and check the other rods. Let's bring that up a little bit. Wait a minute, that should be off the bottom there. I know that's going to go while we walk away. Murphy's Law. Let's put a bell on that one. We don't need a bell on this one. This one's not going to fall in. Cheers, Paul. I don't know what you're talking about, Jag. I think I missed something there. Hope you're all doing good. Paul and Ryan, how you guys making out? Who was that? The other dude from Pennsylvania? I think it was John. Make sure you got PA Outdoor Couple. They travel all over Pennsylvania, and they do videos on cool spots to visit. He's a big-time fisherman. I fished with him too. He'll say he's the world's worst fisherman, but he knows what he's doing. Don't let him fool you. You can learn a lot from his channel right there. Screeby. I heard a bell. I need to have different sounds for these rods. I hear bells and it's like, I've got 5 rods out here. How do I know which one it was? Waiting on the well pump tank to come in. Gotcha. I wonder how much snow we're going to get this weekend. It's going north, they said. It's going a little bit more north than they originally forecasted, which means you're going to get a lot up there. World's worst fisherman. Yeah, see? I don't know. You did good the day we were up there. You were getting on those pickerel just fine. Biggest fish, I guess, that I've landed and measured was my 75-pound king. Girth-wise, that's what it would have come out to, about 75 pounds. I've caught monster rays that I couldn't, like, I fought this monster ray for 2 hours, and I got it 10 feet from the dock off this pier, and it just sat there. It just sat there for another 45 minutes, and I had to break it off. The rod was maxed out, the line was maxed out. I caught like a 4.5, 5 foot shark down in Jersey one time that we had to break the line off. We were up on a fishing pier. I don't know. It's too warm, Paulie. It's too warm. We got to head out soon. The ice is getting wet. It's already thin. We got slush on top. So trying to catch some more fish before we leave. It's starting to show some signs. Starting to get some taps here and there. going to bring this a little bit higher in the column. You know what? Last time we did this, we popped the weight. Oh, there we go. Over here. Over here. I heard that. Heard that ice crack too, damn it. I knew he was going to hit that as soon as we left. Let's see if he hits it again before I pick it up. He might have stripped us. Australia, awesome. Welcome in, welcome in. Blue sharks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine was a brown. Wasn't an expert at the time. Pretty sure mine was a brown shark. I was trying to catch stripers, I guess. Yeah, I think he stripped me. Nope, still got some there. Yeah, I was trying to catch a striper, so I had caught a spot. I think I had a spot on. Just threw like a spot like this big. He threw it on hole, and I thought it was a big striper at first. And then we saw the wake, and it was just like he wasn't like he was even hooked. He was just swimming around with my hook in his mouth. Didn't really have much control over him. But we got him all the way up to the, if you know the pier at Summers Point, we got him all the way up to the swimming area. And there's people swimming in the swimming area. They're like, what you got? And I'm like, I got a huge shark on, bro. I don't think I'd be swimming right where you are right now. Too bad I didn't have any rednecks. The rednecks would have helped me out. These guys were like, ah, and they all left. I just needed one redneck dude to be like, oh, get him, bring him in, you know? All you had to do is lift that rope and take my rod, get it under that rope. I could have brought it in there and then walked it down that pier and landed it up on the beach. But instead, I just tightened the drag and broke it off. It was funny because they had helicopters looking for that thing, apparently. There was like, they had helicopters following it. Like the week before. I almost broke my shoulder on that damn fish. When it first locked up, I thought it was a striper or something, so I got all serious, like I was like gonna fight the thing, and it slammed me up against the wall. I was like, all right, open the drag, open the drag. I was with Kevin, of course. He was right from the beginning. He's like, that's a shark. I'm like, no, it's a big striper. It's a big striper. Nope. It was a shark. We got a black tip down in Florida. I definitely want to do more black tip shark fishing because I got a really good spot for him down there in the spring. Now I know what the hell I'm doing. I got to go out and catch those ladyfish. Use the live ladyfish. All right, Raystown. I'm sure you'll put a video out on it. You always give us the down low on the fishing spots. Raystown's another PA channel to have, John. He does a lot of reports. Oh, look at that swimming out to the side. Look at that. I think we got a fish playing here. Yeah, we got a fish already on this. Get this freaking thing out of here. It's got to be a fish right here. Swimming out to the side. They ain't got the power to swim out to the side. There he is. He's on. Big old crappie. Look at that. Oh man, that's a beaut. Look at that crappie. Wow. I slammed him with the hook set. Tim's another Pennsylvania channel. If you're on the wrong side of the state out in Pittsburgh. Oh, come on, buddy. He's a black crappie, a beautiful one right here. Now, if he would bite tomorrow, we'd eat this guy out here. But look at that. I could, Paulie. I could, but if we come out tomorrow, I'm going to come out with Mission Discover, and Raptor will. Tomorrow we're going to do a barbecue out here, a live catch and cook for y'all. And tomorrow we're going to eat this guy. But I'm going to let him go. I've got so much fish in the freezer. We don't catch that many of them, so off he goes. Today he goes. I'm a merciful. I'm a strong but merciful fisherman. All right, got a couple more in here. I'm gonna hook the other 4 on there and send it back down. Oh yeah, they're very good eating. Wrong time. Tie a balloon to them. Yeah, I should. And I don't know if you guys saw that, but I dropped it down and there was no tension. The line just went to the side. And all I did was I took the weight off. Literally all I did. So I say it over and over again about making the tiniest little changes. All I did was take the split shot off. 3 hours without a crappie. Took the split shot off and bam, nailed it right away. Like on the drop it nailed it. Channel. Replace pin. Thank you, Jimmy, for that. Yeah, around here, you know, we can't be as selective as that. I do prefer yellow perch. That is my favorite, but we just ate about 30 bluegills the other night. We caught a bunch of big, like 10 to 12 inchers out of Goldsboro. And I'll tell you what, man, they were delicious. They were so good, man. There is nothing better. Like, I don't like eating a lot of fried fish, but let me tell you, when you work really hard, like trying not to drown, like yesterday, and you go home and have a fish fry, oh, so good. Bring you right back. Bring you right out of a bad mood. Demarion Bryant, what's going on, my friend? I got some was wormed. I'm going to take for a swim. Make sure you don't swim. Yeah, crappie are pretty darn good. Hard to beat, really. But it's going to be one crappie, and we don't catch. Honestly, that's like that game I'm playing here is like I want to take out a few pickerel so that there's more crappie, because this used to be a phenomenal back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I used to come up here with a bucket when I was like a teenager, and I'd sit under that tree and no kidding, catch 100 of them, and they were just massive. That's all this lake had. And then the pickerel kind of took over, which is okay. I love pickerel, but I kind of want to manage their numbers a bit. We were going to go walk around, weren't we? Let's see if we can catch this guy here. So yeah, that worked out good. Like I said, I'm just going to go around, mess with the different rods and mess with that rod, and we got a black crappie out of that deal. Country boy, we're in Pennsylvania, my friend. 3 to 4, 4.5 inches, John. I fell through Scott's Run yesterday. I will not go to Scott's Run Lake in French Creek. That is not safe. It was 3.5 inches on the side. I walked another 10 feet to drill another hole and fell right through. Yeah, in the wintertime, pickerel get hungry. They're tough to catch here in the summer. But yeah, in the wintertime, they start eating each other. No, Gerald, let me see. Yeah, my dad's not good, man. Raystown, gotcha. Dads are having a rough week all around, I guess. Yeah, I hope your dad's doing better, Raystown. I'm sorry to hear he's not doing good. Yeah, they're not releasing my dad's been in the hospital on and off since Christmas. He came home for his birthday and went in the next morning again. And I don't think they're going to let him go home for a while. Red Bull Princess. What's going on, my friend? Our friend from Phoenix, I think. Sebastian, what's up? Munchie. Oh, look what happened while we were gone. We got some shrinkage. We got some shrinkage while we were gone. He was a little quiet biter. Never rang the bell, but that worm is not the worm he used to be. So let's go over and get another one. Ricky Bobby, I fell through the ice yesterday. I get out, Jimmy's in my chat saying, talk about shrinkage. Woo! What we got on here? Anyone remember? Just the weightless worm. Yeah. Let's make sure the weightless worm's still on. Nope, we got stripped on that too. What the hell? Look at that, guys. Look at that. We might have to end this thing soon. We're going to run out of damn bait. I wonder if I should come over and jig this though. I don't know how long I've been live. I think I've been live a lot longer than I had planned though. But it doesn't really feel warm out. I'm sure it is, but the ice is not really getting wet, so. Not running out of here anytime soon. Alright. Let's let that fall. Pull up that slack. Okay. It's got to stay up there like that. All right, what should we do? Let's go get that. Let's get another worm on that one. There we go. Jig this one a bit. I forget what we have on this one. No, I'm not lying. I'm not ending it. It's 40 out. Ice, ice, baby. Is that a fish? Might have been it might have been a big one right then. Give that another second here. It's probably just frozen on an ice block. There's your little swivel. What's down there? Little snap swivel. Oh, that's his split. I forgot. This is my son's invention. Split shot drop rig. I got to use it because I caught a fish on it last time we tried it. So we'll leave it. I'll probably catch the monster on it and he'll say, told you. Making ice. Nice. We're allowed 5 here in Pennsylvania. We don't use electronics, so I definitely take up and use all 5 for sure. I just don't like staring at a screen. You move around, drill holes, move around. Let's do this a little bit different this time. That's what all the cool kids call the wacky rig, I guess. Get that down, let it drop. See what we can get. Appreciate y'all coming in. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys. It does help the channel out. We will be live. I'm not sure where. I'm hoping to come back out here tomorrow. We'll just have to see how cold it gets tonight. If we can get this sealed up again tonight, we'll be back out. All the people on YouTube know about you falling through the ice. Well, I think everybody's in here waiting for me to go through again. I could not fish. I was like, if I don't come out, everyone's going to be like, ah, he's afraid. He's afraid to go back on the ice. Yeah, ain't giving him the pleasure on that one. I'll get my ass right back out here again. I'll go through again. I don't care. I'm not afraid. I don't want to go through. Believe me, I don't want to go through, but I am not afraid. But I also know every time you go, you're rolling the dice. You're probably going to be fine, but like I said, you could hit a snag, you could hit your head. There could be more current than you expect. You could fly under the ice, not be able to see your way out. So for that reason, I try not to roll the dice too much. Otherwise, I would put the tripod up there and be like, yo, want to watch me go through the ice? Let's go put a bell on this guy over here. Yeah, just play a video game. F that. Nah, I don't float suit. Nope, I don't have a float suit. Shoot, I did my Ironman. When I did my Ironman 15 years ago, they were going to cancel the race because the sides of the river had ice on it. And I was the only one that did it. I was the only one that said I'm still going. So the race director went out with me in his boat and he followed me for the swim. I was like, I'm doing it, man. We set this thing. I took off from work. I'm doing it. We were supposed to have, like, it was, we were running a course that he had set up. So we were going to be the first ones to test the course. And he picked 5 people. I was one of the 5. The other 4 were like, hell no. I'm like, dude, I'm so out of shape, I'm going to be sweating anyway, so I need the ice cold water. Driving through the ice. What are you talking about, RH? What are you talking about? What's the most dangerous thing that has happened while ice fishing? I don't know. I guess falling through the ice, but like I said, you're prepared for it. It's not really that. It's something you try to avoid. But if you ice fish seriously your whole life, you know, like every day you're out there, it's going to happen. Like here, everybody's like, oh my God, oh my God. Well, I lived in Alaska for 10 years and everybody had a story of going through. Yep. I just got hit again. See if it goes down. Didn't ring the bell, but I saw the rod move. That's the weightless minnow over there. No, the water's warm, RH. The water's warm when you go through the ice. Depends on the air temp. Everything's relative, like Einstein says. Everything's relative. If it's 90 degrees out and you fall in 50-degree water, you're going to go hypothermic. Doesn't really matter. It's the difference between the air and the water. I went through 3 times by foot. Yeah, I went through ice skating once, 2 on the bike, and yesterday ice fishing. That was the first time I went through ice fishing. Have you ever got caught in a snowstorm before? Yeah, hell yeah. There's videos of it somewhere out there. I was stuck on Rainy Pass for 4 days in a cabin with no roof up in Alaska doing the Iditarod. Yep. We got about 4 feet of snow overnight and it just kept coming. Oh, oh, big hit, big hit, big hit. This is the weightless worm again. Let's just jig it this time, see if he comes back for it. Man, that was up high in the water column too. Yeah, I got a lot of messages last night. I know, like NJ always reaches out. We go way back, Mark and I. And we both have the same neck and back issues, and so we've always talked about that crap and dealing with YouTube nonsense. We've been around the block for a while. Everyone thinks we're like competitors. It's like the furthest thing from it. We literally laugh with each other about the people who think we're competing against each other. Up, 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 up. Wonder if I should jig this hole. I think that's a bass or a pickerel, though. I would poop my pants. Took a shower. Let's go in here. Look, look, look. He's hitting it. Take the valve off so we're ready this time. Yeah, I wouldn't push it either, but we have to here in Pennsylvania, or else forget it. You never get out ice fishing. I'm going to wait till he pulls the line tight, and then I'll set it. I'm not a very patient man. Where's that split shot I took off the other rod? What pocket did I put that in? I'm going to find that split shot and put it on this one. Oh, there he was. Dang it. There he was. He just hit it. Is this dude? What is this dude? He might have just stripped me. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Turkey. He stripped me? Yep, he stripped me. Let's go get the jig. Dang it. The second I put it down, he went for it. I see opposite. Most of us that go live fishing help each other and support each other's streams. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. NJ's awesome. NJ's awesome. Yeah, he sent me a cool message last night. Just a couple expletives. All right. Still trying to get NJ over here for the meetup. Lip Ripper's coming. He's one of my other YouTube heroes. Though he's been kicked off of YouTube, unfortunately, but he's still around. Where are you from, RH? You don't know who NJ Maniac is? He's like the biggest YouTuber doing live fishing on the East Coast as far as serious content creators. Natasha, we're in Southeast. Meetup's April 11th. Going to meet up at Deep Creek Lake. We need a head count. It's capped at 60 because we rented the lodge out. Big fireplace, heat, barbecue grills we'll have cooking. I'm going to be grilling the whole day. I have 2 kayaks for people to use. Trout season opens the week before. It's a stocked lake. There's also cats and carp. Big enough for a bass boat. Gray Buck puts it in. I don't know if you know who Gray Buck is. He's one of the pro bass guys. He puts his in because he lives right there. I always tease him. It's pretty tiny, but yeah, you can put it out there for sure. It's a county, so you don't need a launch or anything, a launch permit. It's got a nice boat launch. The one day he was out there, he forgot it was opening day of trout season. So there was like 100 people out there trout fishing, including me and my son. And there's Gray Buck out there. He was like getting ready for a tournament, you know, messing with stuff. So I was giving him a hard time on Facebook. I'm like, bro, what are you doing out there? He's like, man, I forgot it was trout season. Yeah, it's electric only. You don't need nothing more than electric out there. Putts around. But if you want to, you know, dial in your electronic game and that stuff, there are some nice bass in there for sure. You're from Michigan. Gotcha. Getting a little taps there. See if he hits. There is no normal in fishing. Got skunked yesterday. Some days we catch 30. Some days we catch 50 tiny ones. I've had a couple 100 fish days. Sometimes I catch 2 that are, you know, over 15 pounds. Just depends. We do all different species here, so it just depends. If we're going for numbers, you know, I could go out and I could go to spots where we could catch a ton of little fish, but that would get boring, believe it or not. So we go after different things. Ernesto, what's up? Welcome in. Appreciate y'all coming in, hanging out. Almost at 300 thumbs up. If you haven't hit it, push this over the edge. Yeah, in the winter, we're kind of limited to bass, pickerel, and sunfish and perch, crappie. Nuggets and alien. Put yourself on, fell in. 5 of us fell in. Well, they don't open it up anymore for ice fishing. Because somebody fell in and sued. I fell in yesterday, but I would never think about suing a freaking park. You got to be an idiot. You'll ruin it for everyone else. Woo, baby. Yeah, it's 5 inches up there. Last year it was 8 inches, and they still didn't open it, so they're not going to open it up ever again. 200 more, and I eat a word. Yeah, I'm organizing at RH. I'm one of the organizers. I already put $400 out of my pocket. I think I'll be there. Yeah, I'm in charge of the grill. I'm going to be doing burgers and hot dogs. I'm going to keep it simple, but we're also going to have about 4 crock pots going, deer chili, some lasagna. We got some special diets. So if you got special diets and you're coming, we need to know you're coming. We're asking $5 donations just to help cover the food expenses of the place. You're allergic to fish? Oh, that sucks. That's one of the main 7 allergies. I have a shellfish allergy. I got over most of it, but I still can't do shrimp or lobster. Live scope. Cook the butterworm. Yeah, it's a bit of a haul from Michigan for sure. But I know Steve has offered to take people out on the dock afterwards. If you guys know Fishing with Steve, he'll take you down on the river afterwards. It'll be like sun up to sundown is the rental that we have there. But I live 4 minutes from that lake. I live right there. So I'll be around a lot that week to hook up with people and guide you around the local area. Steve will be down on the river doing a lot of night fishing, so you'll be able to go down there. Yeah, it's a rich park, Ricky. Got money, man. It's got money. It's a beautiful launch. Nice concrete launch. You can put your big fancy boat in there. Look up Gray Buck. You see what I'm talking about. He's launches all his crap there. Mr. Fancy Pants. Running over my bank lines. That would be awesome, man. That'd be so cool. Oh, come on, hit it again, sucker. Let's dead stick this one. He's gonna slam this, I know he is. Let's move around. What do we got over here? Let's mess with this one. Yeah, I'm a family man, so I'll do what I can do after hours. But like I said, Steve's already offered to do that. He'll be down on the dock. I know Scooter will be down there. He's always down on the river. Ed will probably be down there, Ed and Linda. Fish on Ed Evans. So we got a lot of big time YouTubers that'll be out and about. And they'll all offer to take you out, you know. It's just the way we are around here. We fish all the time. We get bored by ourselves. Let's bring this a little bit higher up in the water column. Ooh, baby. boy, here comes the wind. Time to get the hell out of here soon. Gonna mess with everything, let it sit another 10 minutes, and then we're probably gonna have to head out. Gotcha, Ricky Bobby. -30. Holy Lord, man. Yeah, I fish live during the day. April, my kids will still be in school, so once they're home, you know, I'm a family guy. I usually, if I'm fishing with my kids then. So it ain't cool to tell your 12-year-old, like, oh, guess what? I ain't fishing with you. You know what I mean? So I'll be out there, but the times will be a little limited. And I've already kind of promised several of my members who are coming out. A couple are going to be camping right on my property. So I'm going to be pretty occupied right at my own house, just making sure those guys have everything they need. But I will probably pop down on that boat dock and do some catfishing with Steve that night, I would imagine. Oh, Lost Caverns, yeah. Cool, cool, cool. You're not far from where we are then. Yep. Very nice. Yo, Porter DeVere with the $2 donation. What's going on, bro? Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, you got to be a mod. You throwing money at me. Getting donations from some stranger. There you go. Why aren't I getting anything on this one? We got a gun range across from us. I know YouTube doesn't like that word, but that's what it is. It's not some miscellaneous shooting going on. All right. Yeah, so make sure you're subbing if you want to see tomorrow's live. Fridays, we usually do live catch and cooks. They're public, but we limit the chat to members and subscribers. It's free to subscribe. But it's just, there's a lot more going on. Whew, probably can't hear shit anyway with the wind. There's just a lot more going on those lives, so we limit it a little bit so that we can have a better conversation. Man. You just never know. Sometimes you have 20 people in your chat, sometimes you have 400. You just never know, so try to control it a little bit so y'all can talk to me and I can actually see what the hell you're saying. They do kind of look juicy. That's why I chose it. I mean, to me, a red worm just looks like they're filled with poop. I could be totally wrong. I'm sure I am. But to me, they look like they're filled with poop. A butterworm, they have a white filling that looks like an eclair. So I'm going to picture that I'm eating a Twinkie when I eat one. All right, that's how I'm doing it. I don't even like this rod or this setup, but let's lower it down. See what happens. Have you ever caught a piranha before? No, I would love to. I don't know if they're in Florida. I would imagine they're in like southern Florida. We're going to be down. The most south we'll probably get is Vero Beach. So I don't know if there's any around there. I would love to catch one. We did catch tilapia last year and Mayan cichlids. So that's, you know, that's kind of as south as we got. Secret Sauce, we hear you very good. Hi from Vegas. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, shit. What the hell? What the hell? Damn it, Secret Sauce. Look what you did. Now, you're good. Don't go anywhere, Secret Sauce. You're my good luck charm. We're going to catch this fish. We're going to catch this fish. I mean, he hit it right away. He wants that. It's the slow fall. He's a sucker for the slow fall. All right, delete that from your memory. Like I tell my kids, I'd rather you use a curse word here and there than be a jerk. You know what I mean? I know I was brought up, if I said any bad words, my mom would beat me with a wooden stick and make me drink Tabasco sauce. And I'm not lying. But I raise my kids a little bit different. I don't like them cursing like a sailor, but I'm very proud of the type of person they are. My kid's the type of person that will go rescue somebody on the ice. He'll help go out of the way to pick up, defend a kid getting bullied. That stuff's more important than me. They're more important than somebody never using a bad word. They're just words. I know, everyone always says that, Ricky Bobby. I've had some close calls. I've yet to lose one, but it's going to happen, I know. It'll happen. What's that smell? What are you talking about? What's that smell? Secret sauce smell or what? What are you talking about? Oh, big rod. Here's our chance to lose this one. Red rod. That's the jig. He should stay on that if he hits it. It's nice and tight. Oh no, that one's going now. What the hell's going on out here? Which one's gonna go? This is what happens. A little bit of breeze picked up, the bite's starting. That worm's still on. Let's drop that down. See, I got that red. Where's that red one? I've got a red rod holder. And I'm telling you, that thing is... I hook up so many fish dead sticking on that thing. It's like a more subtle angle. There he is. There he is. I think that was him again. I just saw the line move. I know, but hey, I'm not dealing with expensive equipment here. I know it doesn't really make it right, but every time I say that, I've never lost a rod. That one time I was so close to losing the rod. But you know what? They make great shorts. There's a couple of shorts of me running. There he is again. What the hell? As soon as I walk away. Come on, you old turd. Here, hit that line. Maybe it's the drop he wants. Here, we're going to just drop her down and watch the line, and we'll just grab the line if it goes. Oh shit! Shoot! Not freaking pro here. Okay, let's see if he hits it again. Yeah, it was subtle, but it's definitely. yeah. There's times, especially with catfishing, there's definitely times I've got a $300 combo and I got a $25 combo. Let me tell you, that $25 combo gets its butt kicked. I just throw the damn thing. I'm just like, but if it's a $300 one, I got like a dog leash safety thing on it. It's to the point where I'm so careful. I never catch crap on it because I'm so careful with it. You know, I'm afraid to lose it. I don't take any chances, and sitting there trying to get the leash off of it, and there's a 50-pound flatty just railing on it, you know. Uh-oh, losing the live, y'all. Let me go get my backup battery. I can't see the screen right now. Just give me a second. I'll go plug the battery in. I don't know if the charger's going to work because I fell through the ice yesterday. Everything's wet. Oh, Lord. Let's go. Hopefully you're all still there. It usually gives me a little bit of time to get the backup in. Let's go get the backup. I do want to get out of here, but just had 3 hits in a matter of 2 minutes. So. As long as this stays ice, I'm okay. If this thing turns to slush, then I'm really getting out of here. Now this is turning to slush. This is the, if I fall through today, it's going to be right here, but I can, it'll be up to my hip. It won't be that bad. Where did I put my cable? Can't put it right here. Yep. Here we go. Will this thing work? After being in the water yesterday, let's see. We're back. All right, I guess it's gonna work. Cool. Sweet. All right, we're back for now at least. Got the backup battery going. Let's go try to catch a couple more before we head out. Heard a damn bell. Little bastard, wait. Well, if you've ever dunked your battery in water, it doesn't like it. So I figured I'd run it down low, because what can happen, like if it starts shorting your phone out and you have like 80% life, it can get to a point where you can't put any, first of all, I'm a caveman telling you this. This is how it works for me. 5%, it's only going to fry it for a little bit, and then the battery's going to die and it's going to shut off. Right? I swear it's worked for me before. So that's what I do. I wait till it's run down before I mess with it today, since it got soaked yesterday. I don't know. Works for me. Where the hell are we? These fish are being punks. Just got to fix this one. Yo, $5. Appreciate that, Porter. Thank you very much. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate the donations today. We are going to pack up here eventually, and I'm going down to the bait shop to get some big shiners. And we're going to bring them out here tomorrow. We're going to catch that big bass. We're going to catch some big pickerel tomorrow. I want to cook up one of the pickerel. I want to show y'all how to do the 5 fillet method. People are afraid to eat those things because they got Y bones. I'll show you how easy they are. I'm kind of thinking I should just come out here and do, just straight up make New England clam chowder, but using pickerel. That's how I make my pickerel soup. It's basically New England clam chowder, and I substitute the clams with pickerel. Got cold watching me win yesterday, Bill. You watched me take that swim. I mean, I don't got that big YouTube money, you know what I mean? I don't have fish finder money. I had to go down and take a look. I didn't leave because I fell in. I left because I didn't see any fish there. I got a good look. There was nothing there, so. Let's drop these worms down. Hey, Porter. Sufyan Bakali, welcome. The real live scope. Woo, baby. Holy cow, that was a gust. I was squatted down, blew me right back on my feet. Don't blow down there. I don't want to go swimming again. But I will. I don't like littering. Get back here. Back here. This thing fell over. Why don't we take this bucket, put a crap in it before we start chasing it down the ice? Yo, Spunky with the $5. Yeah, it's pinned up. We got one largemouth bass and one real nice black crappie. We let them both go today. I want to make sure that there's fish here tomorrow. We're going to do a live catch and cook, I think, here tomorrow. As long as it gets cold tonight, and it's supposed to. This ice should be pretty good. It's supposed to get really cold, I think. We'll see what happens. Yeah, you might want to do that there, Ricky Bobby. Cold does not, batteries do not like cold. Cold don't like, oh yeah, batteries don't like cold. What am I doing here? Let's get this rod out of the way. Get the holders. I'm just going to pick up some of my crap before I have a freaking yard sale out here and everything starts walking away, you know what I mean? I hate littering. I really hate it when I do it accidentally, so. Erie, PA. Nice, Kevin. We're southeast Pennsylvania here. I got it on the chain pickerel I've got on my wild game and fish recipe playlist. So typically I use the 5 fillet method. If you're not familiar with that, basically you take the top off first, the loin, you sit it, you cut it so it sits flat on its belly. You cut right behind the head all the way down to the top fin, the dorsal, which sits pretty far back on the pickerel. You take that big strip off. Now there's still bones in the top center of that, so you just gotta, it's technically 6 fillets if you really want it to be boneless, and you gotta take that middle out. And now you flip the pickerel on its side and you can see the top Y bone. Take that down. The sides are real thin, you don't get that much from them. And then from that fin where you stop the top cut back, you get 2 nice tail steaks. So you're already dealing with unless it's a monster, you're already dealing with some pretty small pieces of fish. You could fry them up if you wanted to. They make a great fish fry, beer batter. But I just do, my go-to is pickerel soup, which is literally just New England clam chowder. But instead of clams, it's got pickerel meat. So what I do is I got my cast iron pot going. I take bacon ends and I cut them up real little. I fry that for about 5 minutes. I then add chopped up celery and chopped up onion to it. Wait till that softens. It's usually another 5 minutes. I then add 2 cups of homemade seafood broth. Add a little bit of flour to that, thicken it up. Once it's kind of right, I'll throw the cubed potatoes in. Usually takes like 30 minutes there till the potatoes start getting soft. Then I throw my meat in. Fish meat goes in, maybe 10 minutes after that. It's done. It's good to go. Hope to see you again soon. If you catch a fish, I will eat a cooked butterworm. What's going on, Dwight? Good to see you here, brother. I do not work today, but we have a special dinner at work tonight, so I'm going to the office. I get a free dinner. Oh, over here, big fish on the tip up. That's Kevin's setup. That's Kevin's setup. That's Kevin's setup right here. Come on, let's go. Let's get something on Kev's. He'll be pumped. This is his little drop shot rig. Let's bring it up a little bit. What I'll probably do is I'll start pulling everything and then we'll walk around jigging all the holes with the setup that I have confidence in. Definitely starting to bite too. Oh, there he was. Watch that line. Looks like he's trying to take it. Might be the wind, hard to tell. I like that little curl in the line. A lot of people laugh at that, but it works for me. Watch that thing get smaller. It means they're pulling it, especially when it's windy. Yeah, We're trying on the top of the ice today. We're in southeast Pennsylvania. Let me tell you, if you're going to ice fish in southeast Pennsylvania, you want to take your water wings with you. I got a good look at the underside of the ice yesterday when I went through. I thought I heard the ice cracking. Get out of here, Glacier. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm definitely good. Now, I'm not going to say I was scared today at all, but let me tell you, between here and there, I probably have 10 test holes. I almost brought my kayak out with me just in case. You'll want to, Brad, you'll want to go back and watch the first 2 minutes of the members live this morning. I think you'll appreciate the beginning of the live. I can't make a short of it. I'd have to make it public. Oh, look, I got stripped. Let's go get the other rod and jig in this hole. Sweet. That's Kevin's setup right there. Little Finn will sell you this setup. Just a size 10 salmon egg hook, drop shotted with a little split shot. It's his specialty. Yeah, that's why I did, Brad. That's why. I mean, bad to get on the horse again after you fall through thin ice because, you know, that horse trying to kill you for losing 3 inches of ice. But, oh, he got stripped too. What the hell? Guys, we're getting bamboozled out here. These guys are working us. You know what? Well, they're hitting the worms. We'll stick with the worms. I got these super worms I forgot to try. Yeah, let's try a super worm. I don't know if I can even get this thing open now. I forgot the last pack I tried to open. I had to take my fillet knife to it. Here it is. There's a proper way to open it. How about that? Huh. So easy when you do it the right way. Glad you guys didn't see how I handled it last time. I got these guys. They were like $3 for like 30 of them. And they're old, so I got 75% off. They're twice the size of my regular mealworms. Actually, hide the hook in this bad boy. Let's go back over to this hole. Norman. It's kind of fun though. The other dude that was there was cracking me up. I'm glad he was, I didn't need him, but I was glad he was there. And what an awesome dude. Like, he went to get the ladder. He was bigger than I was, so I called him off because I'm like, I don't want him going through, and then I'm trying to get him out and I won't be able to get him out. You know what I mean? I was like, just stay up there. Yeah, that's all we got here, Joe Cool. All our bait shops, Walmart put them all out of business. And then their bait blows now. Yep, our bait shop that I used to work at as a kid 40 years ago is gone. 3 generations. They closed up at New Year's. So yeah, got to go to freaking Petco now. Gives you an idea of where we live, right? Not too many fishermen. Save the auger. Dude, I was so excited I saved my phone. I was sitting there hanging on the side of the ice, getting all cocky. I'm like, got my auger, threw my auger aside. Got my phone, threw that aside. Then I was like, you know, I better get my ass out of here before I go numb and drown. Yeah, it sucks, don't it, Joe Cool? Somebody was telling me about a website now that you could just order live bait and it'll deliver minnows to your door. Which makes sense because the pet shop says they just get their pets from FedEx. They FedEx them. Because I was asking, I'm like, when do you get your minnows in? I buy Rosy Reds from her. And she's like, oh, we just get them on FedEx every Tuesday. It's like, well, shoot, they can just FedEx this way. Thank you for the 100, Axel. A gas auger. Oh, yeah. Well, I heard a bad word. I didn't hear a bad word. I didn't hear a bad word. We need a worm. Oh, there he. Oh, there he was. There he was. There he was. There he was. That was me. Let's get him. This guy's tricky. He might have stripped us, but let's dead stick it again in case he's still there. I figured we'd try these super worms. They look good. Yeah, there's a gun range behind us. Pew pew range for YouTube sensitive ears. Maybe strip this. Let's bring it up and look. Nope. Let's leave that hole alone and try this hole because we got stripped on here on the other rod. I want to go fishing, but we'll see. It's like 8. Yeah, I'm sure they're there. I mean, they school around a bit, but we just had one right here too. It's not far, so. I've learned in this place that they tend to bite on the drop, and if you're not getting them right away, you're not getting them. I mean, for the most part. So it's good to hit and run and try to get them on that first bite. That's right. Thank you for that. You can drive a truck on 8 inches. Not that I would. I don't know if I sent you that picture, but there was like a meme where the dude, he was like selling fake tailgates. So if you want to protect your ice fishing spot and you live up in like Canada, you can put the tailgate on the ice and it looks like a pickup truck went through the ice. I thought that was a great idea. I might do that for I might just smash a big hole and look like somebody fell through the ice. That way no one takes your spot. I like that idea. Let's just sit that here and we'll get a red worm. Because they hit the red worm. The red worms have all escaped. They're in here somewhere. Here's a good one. Oop, it was a good one. Escaped. Yeah, that's a perfect one. I always say oh, it's going to be a short live. I can't get my ass off the ice. I fish every day and I still can't leave. I literally can't leave. The harder fishing is, the more I want to stay too. That's the weird thing. There's sometimes where the fish are biting so good. And I think this is from my guiding days. When I really get on the fish, I'll stay on it for you guys. But if you guys weren't here, I tend to get on the fish really well. And I just mark the spot and I leave because I'm leave them biting, Then you bring somebody back, bring your kids back, or, oh man, I found a good spot. Because that's kind of what we do out guiding. You get on the fish and you stop fishing right away. Your job is to find the fish, not to catch the fish. And when they're really hard, I just keep going because I'm they're here. I know I'm going to figure them out. I know they're here somewhere. Our barometer dropped quite a bit, so I know we still haven't figured out if the barometric pressure affects fish through the ice. I've got one of the best minds in our country working on that. Dante, welcome in from Japan. Where is this picky dude? We got a picky fish in here. Let's just sit back and do this. I heard, you heard of what? You didn't hear a bad word. Workshop. You look good there in blue now. He was there. I felt him. I felt him. I felt him just staring at it. What do you think? Let's give it 2 minutes in each hole right now. We're going to move every hole, 2 minutes a hole. So we're at 3 hours. We'll go to 3:02 right here. I got to set some type of a boundary for myself. Doesn't mean we're leaving after that, but Let me tell you, I don't know if you heard Nolan, but he went in circles. He's like, no, it wouldn't. Wait, but, and then he like went on this whole thing, and then he's like, no, I don't think it would. It was so funny. And I was just like, I stumped Nolan. I stumped him. I know he's smarter than me, but I'm smart enough to stump somebody smart, and I'm okay with that. Hi, Country Taco. Appreciate you. You're not the old Taco that used to come in here, are you? Any of my old-time regulars, you guys remember a Taco that used to come in here? I can't remember what the full name was. But Kevin's always like, every day Kevin asks about that. Whew. Let's sit this here for a second. I gotta put some weight in that bucket. Don't blame that on me. You eat that brownie if you want. Blame that on me. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it was Country Taco though. It was something like. It was definitely something taco though. Might have been. I don't know. You already took a bite. Alright, that's 2 minutes. We said 2 minutes each hole. It's run and gun. Let's go over here. Yeah, I'm hungry. Don't start talking about lunch. I gotta go home and eat yet. And then I gotta run to the bait shop. Look at, I guess it's warm out here. Look at this, guys. Look at that. That's a good example why you don't throw rocks and sticks on the ice. That has just broken down over an inch into that ice. Should probably not walk right in that spot now. But so that's what happens when you throw rocks on the ice. They heat up, sticks, wood, anything like that, and it creates a weak spot. I go out for lunch, you come back and the auger's just gone. Just a hole. That might be a sign it's time for us to get the heck out of here. I don't want Nugget yelling at me again. Nice, yeah. Oh, there he is. Fish on. Oh, fish off. Fish off. Get him back. He was a little tiny one again. There he was. Okay. Happy poop. There was nothing there to set it on. He was already gone. What's going on, Wyatt? All right, 304. 28-inch walleye. Get out of here. All right, 304. We'll go to 306 in this hole. Sam Ham, where are you from, buddy? Part of the world are you fishing? We're in Pennsylvania here. Welcome in. Kupuck Random. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Got to be careful sounding out names on YouTube. Sometimes you end up saying something you regret. Sometimes you don't even know you say it. And somebody later is like, you know what you said today? I'm like, nope. Nope. Let's just dead stick it here. Did we check? I think we brought it up and checked, didn't we? I think we did. Just sit right there like that. Guess we better check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, let's get I usually do something more like that. I do want to get one of those ice rods that are like you can just push the button and drop. Nolan's got one. I do like the idea that that slow controlled drop I think would be really good for this. Sorry about the wind. Yeah, Buck. One bass and one black crappie so far. Lost a big old bass earlier, and we've been missing a lot of fish today. Yeah, it ain't too good. It ain't too solid, man. A lot of white ice. You saw that one, right? That Nolan's got? It's nice. See what I mean? It's like they're hitting runs. Hitting runs. All right, we're at our 306 here. Let's move to the next hole. Pick up some crap on the way. Put that one away. I think that's a monster hook. We're going to put a big old shiner on this rod tomorrow. We're going to be hauling in a big fish with this tomorrow. 10-pound line. Let's get this. Why did I put that? Zamboni's here, guys. Zamboni's here. Okay. Oh, Lord. There's there. Throw the dead ones down there. Not yet, Gerald. Not yet. We're just pulling the rods, and then I'm spending 2 minutes at each hole, kind of like running and gunning with my primary ultralight jigging rod. Let's get these minnows to sink if we can. Nope, they don't want to sink. Usually, if you get a hole that's turned on, you can end up getting, 5 or 6 of them in a short amount of time. So, just seeing if we can get lucky before we leave. You ought to know that. When I say I'm leaving, it's sometimes another hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I told somebody when we went on, I'm only going to be live for an hour today. I don't even know what time it is. It's 11 o'clock. I think we've already been live for like 4 hours. It's there. It's hard to, hard to swallow when you can't catch one. You take it personal. You gotta try to catch one. Belly flopped on a chair. Oh, 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 come on, stop. Tiny tails. Get out of there. Nice. You caved in, got yourself the shanty. See, you can set the hook as hard as you want, but a lot of times they're just lipping that worm. Tiniest little thing. You can kind of feel the difference if you fish a lot. You can kind of feel the difference when they've taken the jig and when they're on the worm. I know it sounds really impossible, but it's true. Your payday. There you go. Sweet, beautiful ice fishing boy. That I am. That's what my wife says. Welcome in, Notice 89. Camille, welcome in. Welcome in. We just had a bite. He might have stripped us. I guess we should better see if he got our worm. Nope, our worm's still there. Look at that. Look at that. Worm activity. Oh, yeah. Definitely not. Oh, 5 mile an hour in my butt. This is ridiculous, this wind. I'm getting like taps in every hole, so if I had more time and we were going to spend the whole day out here, I would probably change colors of the jigs, try some real subtle things like that. Jig this hole over here yet. Let's give this a go. There we go. Oh. Maybe I should check this hook. Had another little tap right then. But see what I mean? Like the first drop down, they'll hit and then that's it. There he is. Got him that time. See what I mean? That's what we're after, guys. Sometimes these little ones, you know, I didn't even reel it in because I've been missing it. Because look how small he is. This is the little sucker right here. Third species of the day, though. Beautiful little bluegill. You little worm thief, you. There he is. Nugget, there you go. No need for violence. We got you a fish. Let's get this out of the shadow. You guys can see this. Beautiful little guy, right? Tomorrow we eat that one whole. Today we let him go. It worked. It did. Violence is not the answer. But kind of worked on that one. Alright. Give him a freebie. Thanks for playing. Here's a freebie. We'll get another worm. Yeah, you did give me some good luck. I don't know if it was the good luck or the violent threat you assaulted that fish with. But he did bite. What reel is that? Some type of piece of crap. I would never take too much advice on equipment from me. Usually when I do a video on equipment, it's like, don't waste your money. I catch fish on this. I don't know. What is this? Most of it, my son used to be pretty competitive and used to do all kinds of tournaments. And most of the reels I have in my house are stuff that he won from tournaments. So we're still rocking through all his stuff. If I'm going to buy a reel, it's usually the Shimano 1000, is it Sienna? Siennas. This one's not bad. It's not bad. The cheaper ones, if they have a problem, it's usually that their drag system is not consistent. This one actually is pretty decent with that. You know, they work fine. Usually it comes down to a drag, but it might be a minor thing, but I'll tell you, it's going to cost you a nice fish someday. I know we lose a ton of fish on those cheap ones because of the drag. It is what it is. You touch it the wrong way and all of a sudden it's like, you know, nothing's there. Thank you, Brad. All Things Country. Updating the scoreboard. Lewis, if you hang out a bit, yeah, I wrench everybody up that hangs out a bit, but you have to know, you know, what you're being a mod for. Otherwise, you're just glowing in the dark down there in blue. We got to restart the clock on this hole because we caught a fish, so we're going to go up to 318. We're at 315.40. So we're gonna go for another 2 minutes here, move to the next hole. And guess what? We're gonna start again when we get there. As long as it's a clean joke, it's family friendly here. No cursing. If there's any cursing, it's gonna be me. Just want to see how I can be a mod. Yeah, if you hang out here. So we keep it family friendly here. No drugs, alcohol talk. We don't do religion or politics. We just don't do it. People from all around the world hang out here. They're welcome here. We fish here every day. That's pretty much the rules of the channel. I eventually mod everybody up as a standard mod, just so that they can basically connect around. I've got some managing mods. They're the ones that do the bulk of the policing of the channel. You'll learn as you go. That's why I don't immediately. Thank you, Brett. Yeah, remember, guys, family friendly, but most importantly, make sure you keep your ice hole clean. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. All donations do go back to the channel. Appreciate it. We got 28 bucks today, and I'm telling you, I'm going to blow that at the bait shop so that we have great bait for tomorrow. We lost that big old bass today, and I know there's big pickerel. I want to catch a big pickerel and fry it up on the ice tomorrow. So we're going to need a big shiner for that. What type of fish do you catch here? We have largemouth bass. We have chain pickerel, yellow perch, not too many, black crappie, sunfish, bluegills, pumpkin seeds, golden shiners. We only catch the gold shiners during the summer, but the gold shiners, couple bullheads, not much. We're in southeast Pennsylvania. I appreciate that, Lewis. Christina Dole, what's up? Wait, did you tell your joke, Nugget? Where's your joke? Oh, knock, knock. Who's there, Nugget? Oh, man. Missed him. Got to restart the clock. We had a hit. Thank you, Christine. Please send me some crappies. You said knock, knock. I said, who's there? And you're saying no. Oh, fish who? Oh, Lord. I'm blaming Nugget for that one. I'm in a tropical country. The only ice fishing I can do is on the ice rink. I had a dream once where I was ice fishing in an ice rink. Woo! I dried it all out, man. I dried it all out. My boots are still wet, but it's warm today. Woo! I hung it all up, and then I went to work, and my wife threw it in the dryer for me once it drip dried. Let's see if we got stripped. Let's shorten that up. Windy, Pertito. Windy. Warm and windy. Fish. What's the rest of the joke? Fish. Oh, some fish food. Fish or some fish. I missed it. I appreciate that, Perdito. I know I'm mispronouncing it. I don't know what to do. Like, I can't ask everybody how to pronounce it, and I suck at pronouncing. I barely know English. I don't mean any disrespect. I just go for it. So wait before it wins. What the heck? 5-mile-an-hour winds was the forecast. What is going on with these weathermen? I think I've taken the rest of the season off here. They missed the blizzard last weekend. Family friendly, Graven. YouTube already knocked you for the hole. You said nice hole and YouTube tried to block you. You're already on the bad list for YouTube. Gonna need a hut for this weekend. Oh, I got one right there. It fell through the ice yesterday, so I didn't want to bring my gear out and drop it through the ice. It's sitting up there. stay in contact with the jig right now. We're getting hit too. Can you turn a cat into... How do you turn a cat into a fish? I don't know. Yeah, we try to keep it because I fish with my 12-year-old and my 14-year-old, and a lot of his friends watch. And if you watch, we have 3,000 videos out there, and you know, growing up with my kids, obviously, we've been doing this 5 years now. A lot of that content has been very popular with the Utes. There you go. I appreciate you knowing the place, Graven. We sometimes get off the beaten track a little bit. Like I tell my kids, I was telling Nugget, if my kids say something inappropriate a little bit or they drop a curse word, I'm okay with that. As long as they're a good person. They are outstanding, awesome, awesome individual kids. I really love the way they are. They're better than I was at their age. They stand up for people. They do the right thing. If he drops the F-bomb because he caught a big fish, I'm okay with that, which he did. If you guys go and see a muskie video, my kid's sitting there cursing like crazy. And he was only like 10 at the time. I got a lot of hate on that one. I know you're a kid. I figured it out, Nugget. You know, I'm pretty smart like that. It's not too, it's all relative. It's been so cold, and today's actually a warm day, so it doesn't feel cold at all. Like I'm just in a sweatshirt. No gloves or anything. You get used to it. I got another hit. I wonder if he stripped me that time. Nope. Oh, I saw that little turkey. He followed it up. What the heck? I don't know if you guys saw him in the hole. He came flying up for it. He was up really high in the water column. All right, let's just give it another minute in this hole, and then we'll move. I already broke my own rule, 2 minutes in each hole. Brad, you saw the video where we caught the muskie, right? I may have edited on a couple of them, but there's definitely a version of that where he definitely let the expletives fly. So I got the muskie playlist of called Mission Muskie, where my son and I went out 25 episodes trying to catch a muskie. It's the 25th one, obviously. And when we caught him, we stopped. You're not kidding, Graven. I get heat stroke at like 70. I went to South Carolina last February and there was snow on the ground and I was getting like heat stroke out there. I got sunburn. I had frostbite, sunburn, and poison ivy all at the same time. My body hated me. Here, let's put this one down because you're definitely getting hit. Let's get dead stick going here. Let's see if you'll hit it. We'll give him a whole minute just like this, staring into this abyss. 50 Celsius. Oh man, I don't know what that is. I have not fished in British Columbia. I've fished in Ontario, Canada, and I fished in Alaska in a dry heat oven. I've raced in 114 back when I used to be a bike racer. 114 was the hottest I ever raced in. Out in the desert. That was pretty brutal. I actually did pretty well in the extreme heat too. I just suck at anything else. Like everybody sucks at 114. So I'm just really good. When everybody's suffering, I'm good at suffering. But like 80, when everyone else is excelling and they're like, oh, it's 80, it's lovely. I'm dying out there. We park this one up, around and around. 2 minutes in each, and then we're out of here. So about 10 minutes, we're going to wrap this live up and head out for the day. We will be live tomorrow at 8 a.m. again. I'm hoping I didn't scare, I fell through yesterday, so I'm hoping I didn't scare Nolan away. I hope Nolan's parents don't watch that. We're hoping to get out here and fish with Nolan and Raptor Will tomorrow. I'm going to set my stove. I got a Coleman stove, and we'll cook up on the bank. And we'll set some tip-ups out here. We'll have some good bait, and we should be able to get on some fish. Will or Nolan will bring his electronics, I'm sure. 122, yeah, I'd be dead, man. I'd be dead. I can't deal with it anymore either. I used to be okay with it. I never liked it, but I would sweat profusely and my body would just adjust as long as I could stay hydrated. But now I can't. I feel like, and I'm getting older, I'm almost 50, but I'm like, I'm going to get heat stroke. Like I literally I'm like, okay, I'm going to die. I'm going to die now. So I don't mess with it. I hate to say that, but I've lost confidence in my body. Not too much. Like I fell through the ice and I was comfortable getting out, but I used to do some pretty crazy stuff when I was younger. Like I know there's people older than me that still do the Iditarod, but that's one thing I will never do again. I hate to say it, but my body let me down out there one time, and I managed to get to town, but it wasn't pretty. I was like, yep, you're done. You're done. With a family and kids, you can't be doing that stupid crap if your body ain't working. Yeah, I'm still young, but we're talking about the stuff that I used to do, a little bit different than just going out doing stuff. There's a reason only 11 people have ever finished that race. It ain't easy. Yeah, medical stuff's crazy like that, ain't it? Yeah, they said I had a mini stroke one time. And I had heart issues. I've had all kinds of problems, but I have all kinds of issues from racing. I got, what is it called, big heart or something, so my heart beats too slow, which is fine when you're athletic, but if you lose that endurance, you need that oxygen, and the gaps in between make you pass out. So I used to have, like, when I was racing professionally, I had cardiologists and nutritionalists, and they all took care of me, but the second I retired, it's just like back to a family doctor. He's like, oh, whoa, we better go see a cardiologist. Like, no shit. Scotty, what's going on, brother? Trans-Canada hike. Nice, man. Yep, you got to know your limit, especially with kids. Real Outdoors, Georgia. What's going on? Yo, yo. We might be getting out of here soon. I can't stop, though. Getting these little nibbles that we keep missing, but I don't want to go swimming today. You can see my auger sinking through the ice. I don't want to swim again today. There's Keep It SG. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. We had a little bit of trouble yesterday. I think I kind of got semi-stripped there. Oh my God, everything's falling through the ice. I went through the ice yesterday, so we're definitely not going to stay too much longer. And I think this hole's off limits now. Scott, right there is one of my members from Michigan. How'd you make out yesterday? I didn't want to stay too long in your chat. I didn't want to freak you out, man. I go in there, everybody's like, you're going to talk about falling through the ice. While you're standing on the ice, I'm like, I'm getting the hell out of here. Leave this guy alone. Yeah, if you want to see it, I was live. I was fishing live when it happened. Go to yesterday's live stream. You'll see the thumbnail of it, of me falling through. But if you want to see, from your point of view, like the camera's on my chest, and I go straight under, head under. Check it out. It's it'll wake you up. It'll wake you up. And if you're not ready to deal with that, you shouldn't go on the ice. That'll be my 2 cents. Yeah, Rick, Rob, we got a couple in. We got 3 fish. We've missed a bunch more. We lost a monster bass right at the hole. I'm back. I didn't fall through again. My battery died. I thought it was charging, but apparently it wasn't. So, just wanted to pop up, tell you I'm not dead yet. Still not. We're gonna shut it down though. I gotta go pick up my crap. But we ain't dead. RDA, I think we're back, right? I'll just hang for a minute. Alright, yeah. So I didn't die. Battery just kind of died on me. I thought I was recharging. I had the plug in, but apparently it wasn't charging enough to keep up with the cold. But I'll stay live just for a minute so anybody who's worried can see I'm not dead and doesn't call my mom and, oh my God, Bobby fell through the ice, he's dead, he's dead. I don't need those type calls, so I gotta wait till the window clears. Well, it'll clear. You can get out of the parking lot. It'll clear, I think. Yeah, after yesterday, I figured I better pop back up. Figured Brad will probably be like, oh, there he goes again. I said, you gotta go back out. If you fall in the water, you fall through the ice, you gotta go back out. But, like, if you don't, people will be like, oh, he's afraid. But imagine you do go back out and you fall through again the next day. Now you're just looking like an idiot. But all is good. We're just gonna go over here, grab the tent, throw it in the back, and we're gonna get out of here. Just open the windows, that might help. I don't know. It's so warm out. Clear. Hopefully we won't get stuck over here today. The phone just died, so we lost the live for a second, Nugget. That means the season's over. It means we go to Florida. If I fall through again, we're going to Florida. That's it. Alright, let me get this tent in and we'll get out of here. Ooh. All right, New Zealand, is that where you're from? That would be awesome. Someday I hope to get there. I'm going to shut this thing down. I appreciate everybody coming in. Just wanted to pop back up, let you know I wasn't dead yet. And we'll see you tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, probably right here. I'm hoping Nolan and Raptor will join me tomorrow, and we'll do a catch and cook right here on the ice. Hope you all have a good day. Call me Nuggy. All right. Take care, everybody. Hope you're well. Keep yourselves fit, mentally healthy, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.